Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z, episode 403. I'm Chris Adams, taking Master, joined by
RPG Maniac 05.
And Trioptical.
So today we've got some What You Been Playing, some RRR, and the news. So let's start with What You Been Playing, as I completely forgot to look up images for the thing that I was playing, but hey, it's fine. Whatever, dude. We're doing it live. We're doing it live because we're professionals like that. And we're awesome. So I played some Bastion finally on my Vita because I was like, I'm switching games, Tetris. I'm sorry, but you're just, yeah, you know, I've got my mojo back, literally, and yeah, I can move on now.
What is literal mojo?
I was just about to say, because there's a marinade that is that.
Well, I was thinking like, you know, your dopamine and your endorphins from like, you know, the way you feel from the people around you that make you feel that way. And you're all like, I got my mojo, yeah. Mojo it, yeah.
Wow, you really don't have to be so creepy.
It's all the mojo. It was like empty. I don't even know how much it was, but it's like overflowing now, and I'm just yeah, feeling it. RPG, my mojo is overflowing. Yeah. You want some of this? You want some of this mojo?
I'm scared. I'm so scared right now. It's like, oh my gosh.
Mojo overflowing.
I need an adult.
So yeah, I played Bastion, and that whole narrator mechanic, pretty cool stuff. It's all like the dude or the kid was all doing the thing, and you do things, and even if you don't do things, it's like reacting to you, and it's like, oh, and then they just sat there, and they're just chilling and stuff, or they were going down the thing, and then some stuff appeared, and a fight ensued, and then, and I was like, man, that's pretty neat, Bastion, that's pretty neat. I have no idea what's going on. It's like some weird stuff happening. Doesn't make sense yet. I don't know, maybe we'll find out later, but it's a neat little game. And besides that, man, last time we podcasted, I don't even know what I was playing. So I'm just gonna go off my memory of like what I've been playing. I could look it up, but it's like, you know what? We're already down the road. We're already like going down it. It's already when we're in motion, and it's just you're in the bobsled. You can't get out of the bobsled once you're down the chute. So yeah.
Well, you could. It just wouldn't be
exactly
advised.
Do you want to get out the bob chute when you're going down the chute? I don't think you do. It'll not end well. It'll not be a fun time.
I might at this point.
But Gran Turismo Sport, I haven't played it the last while. But you know, back then I was playing it, and I did my dailies for like a week, and I was like, I did it. I did the week, whole week Gran Turismo Sport, and I got free cars. That being said, the game is trolling me when it shows me like a silhouette of like, oh man, it's a Ford GT. Oh man, it's a sweet car. oh man, and then you get some some clunker. And you're like, really, GT Sport, really? Like, you're the worst RNG. You're the worst
F-150.
So you have a 25% chance to get this awesome car, or you can get like the 5th BMW M4 that you don't need, and it's like, here, Dagan. Or like, even if you get like an awesome car, it's like, I already have this car, dude. Like, why'd you give it to me? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll take another Ferrari F bleep blarp, and then, you know, whatever. It's in a different color. It looks even just a bit sexier in a different color. Fine, be that way. But yeah, I've just been doing that, the dailies, to get the free cars, because that game's a time suck, and I kind of can only have one time suck at a time, and that's a weird joke I could make, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take the high road. So yeah.
About to go out well. You're welcome.
Moving right along, another game I forgot to get the image of, because I totally forgot, because man, it's been a month since we podcasted, and Tegan was like, alright, I want to get on the podcast, and let's do it, even if I'm not ready, whoa, push the buttons, and I did it, so yeah.
He did.
And,
we were all there.
Other game, Shenmue 1 and 2, played Shenmue 1, got super far, super fast, but then I got stuck on the part where you have to find the Hell Angel.
Is there a door?
No, there's like a group of people, biker game that you have to find, and I can't get the thing to trigger it to find the people and the things. So I'm like, whatever, dude. But I got to like the disc 3 part, which that game is like 3 discs on the Dreamcast, so it's like, you know, I remember ye olden times. And I got to that super fast, and I was like, yeah, that game is not aged well, like, at all. I mean,
oh,
yeah,
no.
time has not been kind of Shenmue. It's like, there's A lot of jank in that tank. Just saying. A lot of jank
Wasn't it?
in that
Wait,
tank.
but
Wasn't it
did somebody
janky
say
back
that?
in the day
I
though?
was just about to say, isn't somebody told me that that was part of the charm of it or something, is that it was awkward to play or
Yeah.
something.
Well, I remember. I think for me personally, it's like I just remember it in like a pre-GAT. Wow, not GAT. Pre-GTA
GTA.
3 era, where it was just like the open world of like, you're in Japan, going down the street. Weather's changing and people are talking to you. Yeah. And then, like, stuff's happening. Things are going down. You're looking for sailors. And all the NPCs talk. It's like, if Final Fantasy, it's like, Final Fantasy 10, that was like, even later when, like, every preacher could talk to him. This game, every preacher could talk to him. And it's like, oh man, 1999, or 2000, 2001, whatever, that era, like, before that happened, it was like, yeah, man, Shenmue was a shit back then. But now it's like, all these games do this. And this game's got a lot of jank in it, like the fighting, not the best. Not even, it's okay. It's like, it's very close. It's like borderline bad fighting, but whatever, dude.
Oh no.
Back in the day, I guess, that's all we could do, was like push buttons and stuff happens.
Well, now that things like Yakuza exist, it
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, this game is
It's,
like the, I would definitely say Yakuza is like the, evolutionary
Successor.
point in the tree of the genome sequence of like what that became. And it's like we have that now, and like you go back and play this.
it's
and
an
like,
X-Men?
ooh. Sure, RPG. It's got an X gene. It's like, would you like open worlds with set in Asian settings with people doing things and stuff? Here you go.
wonderful.
But yeah, it's like, it's cool to like go back and play and be like, back in the day, I really appreciated this game, and now I play it and it's like, ooh, Shenmue, oh my, like Shenmue 3. I'll play 2 because I would like to get through 1 and play 2 and then be like, all right, I'm back to waiting for 3. But I hope they didn't just do all the things that they did. They'd be like, yeah, we'll make another one, put a stamp on it, and just ship it, whatever.
That's
So.
actually an interesting note, because when you think about it, people have been clamoring for a third one for like ever now. So it's like, if it does turn out to be
Be
not,
careful what you wish for, gamers.
yeah, because it's like, because now it's like, well, you can't take it back now because it's happening. So this is your life. And now it's like, so if it comes out and then it's like not good, because it's like they tried to replicate the charm that it had back in the day by allowing it to continue to be awkward and kind of dated looking and everything, then that means it's going to just be a disaster, because then people are like, then there's all the articles are going to pop up. It's like, should we want our games back, or should we do, and all this other stuff. It's like, should franchises be saved, and then all this other nonsense. So it's like, I don't know. That doesn't bode well. That does not bode well.
Is Tekken wrong, and should some legends never come back, and should they just stay in their tomb in memoriam forever, ever?
That's why they say things that are buried should stay buried. Unless they're a vampire, then they should be staked because they're dangerous.
Oh man, what else did I play besides Shenmue? I think that, and then GT Sport. Played some Monster Hunter here and there. It's like kind of wanting more than what they're giving. Of like, here's harder stuff to fight with Gem armor and layered armor. Go have fun. It's like, kind of want more. Monster Hunter World.
Oh yeah,
had me-
I did play that briefly.
You had me super juiced, and then you just didn't deliver. But hey, you did all the mechanics. I can look at any game and be like, did you not play this game? Why haven't you played this game? This game is perfect life. I want this mechanic in this game. Where's my
true.
custom loadouts? Where's my custom radio menu? And just like, go study the masterpiece that is Monster Hunter World and the amazingness. Oh my goodness, just so good, so good. Let's see what else. I think that might be all the things I was playing, because now I'm back, guys. Tekken's back. Just when I thought it was out, they pulled
pulled him
me back in. Destined to Electric Boogaloo. Oh. Forsaken's out, and I gotta say, story-wise, whatever. It is what it is. It's weird. It gets super weird, dude. It was like not what I was expecting, and just there's a whole thing. I'm not even gonna say anything because You will be surprised, like I was. I need to like clip that on stream, my reaction to that, because I did not see that coming. And then it happened. I was like, what is going on? And I was not ready for it. And it was just, I still can't believe it. I'm still in disbelief. I'm just like, that was weird, dude. Destiny 2 got weird, man. Destiny 2, this expansion, Forsaken, it got effing weird, man. Just like,
Why? What happened?
it weirded me the F out. I can't say RPG. This stuff happened. There's tentacles involved. And that's all.
There's always tentacles involved.
And I was like, Destiny 2, I thought, you know, you're better than this, and apparently they're not, because they did it too. And I was like, oh wow, this is happening, and it just happened. And I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna let it happen, and then yeah, and that was the thing. And here we are. But
So it turned into a porn.
no,
There's no other reason for tentacles.
I mean, basically.
besides weird tentacleness that just popped up in there out of nowhere. It's like, okay, here's the thing about Destiny 2, like Forsaken. It's like, there's like stuff that broke this week that was like, we're trying to get raid ready, dude, and like your powerful engrams that you're gonna get, you're not gonna get them because we have to, or like stuff's broken. So it's like, oh well, another fall on your face launch in the Destiny experience. But hey, at least we got random rolls and weapons. Woo! So loot's back. And I gotta say, it's been a long. I think I am an addict. I can say it proudly. I don't care. I'm a loot addict, and just like just to see those drops, and then be like, what's on the what's the roll? What's the roll? It's just like, I need help. I don't want help. I don't want help though. But it's like, I'm fine. I can do this. I can quit anytime I want to. I can quit anytime I want to. But I'm not quitting. So whatever.
No, you can't.
F you.
No, you can't.
Chasing the loot, man. Chasing those engrams and those drops. So yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that for like a couple days because I took like 2 weeks off work. So I was like, yeah, this could do it. This could bring me back, and it did. And yeah, it's fun time. It's fun time again in Destiny 2, and they basically it's pretty cool what they did. It's basically all the activities you can do things in them, and then you can get like good loot drops from them. So it's like, it gives you a reason to do everything, and if you don't want to do it, it's fine, because there's always a reason to do something, and you're always getting things from things that you're doing. It's great. It's like almost 100%, but then they effed up on some things. It's like, I can't. It's like I didn't write them. Gosh, oh my gosh, whew, that Kamehameha wave, or whatever you want to call it, that the new Arc Warlock does.
It was an interesting experience to say the least, but. Yes, my experience with Destiny 2 was not great. So, yeah. But I'll get to that when I start talking about what I've been playing.
Yeah, basically I've just been trying to get my stuff powered up and light level ready for the raid, which are all, thinking might be like 540, 550. I'm like 520. 520 is almost 530, so... But then with those lack of powerful engrams, man, what a way to do that to us, Bungie. Thanks.
Such a high power level. I'm at like 400 maybe.
It's really weird playing it now, because it's like, there's so many things where you'll do something, and then it'll be like, this feels like D1, because it's like, you have all the things except for like planetary materials, and it's like, but I don't want to get planetary materials.
Oh, yeah.
But then like, they made it not as terrible, kind of, sort of, so you don't have to like go and like walk around or spur around and patrol. You can just do like a bounty and get like 10 of them, and like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. Or you can get a spider and be like, okay, here's a bunch of glimmer, dude, or here's a bunch of these things, dude, give me my stuff, dude, and just like, yeah, just exchange it. So yeah.
Oh, I messed that part up. You know how Master Cores, like, they cost more the more you buy on the same day?
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, that's how it's set up. And like, I was like, oh, each one only costs 10, and I have like 700 of these. I don't even remember what they're called. The purple stuff.
Legendary shards or something.
Yes. And then like, I just started buying a bunch, and then suddenly I had like no shards left. I was like, oh, what happened? It's like, oh my gosh, they cost like 500 per core.
What? They go up in price? I didn't even know that.
They go up in price the more you buy in a single day.
Good thing you told me, because I had not started my epic exchange of like that.
Yeah,
Wow,
it was like...
This game is evil. there's so many things like that, dude. Where it's like there's like it's just the little things Destiny does. Where it's just like it makes you want to like kill someone. It's like it's that. It's like the things where it's like it's in the menu and like you're reading like what's that mean? What's that do? It's like they couldn't just put it in plain English. This thing does this thing. It's like if when else this happens, if when else that happens. It's like that's not what. Who? What? Who? What? When? Why? I don't know. So it's like whatever, dude. Just just it's like it's the same old Destiny because it's gonna f you one way or the other. It's gonna f you, and you're gonna be like, oh, it effed me. It's like but I knew it was coming, I guess. And we've done this dance for like 4 years now, so it's like why would I expect anything else? It's like you're riding high. You're like, man, Destiny 2 Forsaken is amazing. I love it. This is what happened to me. I was playing the campaign, and then here's the problem with the campaign. There are too many Barons. Okay, it's like if Kojima made another Metal Gear game and he had like the Foghound, or not the Foghound, but like the Soldiers of Fortune or the Soldiers of Patriots, Sons of the Patriots, or the effing SOS Squad, or the effing the Fear.
With the ladies of wrestling or whatever they're called. Those I don't know what they are anymore.
The Fear and like the Sniper dude and the End, like all those dudes, like there's like 5 of them. There's like 5. There's like 4 or 5, whatever. There's like 8 Barons or something. It's like there's too many, dude. And it's like you have to fight them, and then like each one is like 10 power levels up higher than the last one. So it's like you'll fight one, and it's like, oh, what's the next one? It's like, oh, it's kind of too high level. I guess I'll go do something else now. And it's like that happens like 8 times. So it's like to me, I just like playing through that the first time. I was like, there are too many off ramps in this campaign where I could see someone playing it and be like, I'm just gonna do this, and they never come back to it. So it's like, way to go, team. You kind of really messed up on that one, because it's just like, I'm fighting Barons. Oh, I'm fighting another one. He's more powerful. Can't go do this now because I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I'll go do something else. And then it's like that you do that 8 times, and like I only made it through because I was powering through. But I could easily see someone being like, you know what, I'm gonna do something else and then never come back, or I'm gonna do this thing, and it's like you forget what you're doing. And it's just like, yeah, Destiny 2, like kind of dropped them on the campaign, on the pacing on that. I was like, why did they do that way? Yeah, well, whatever, dude, whatever, man. Just. That being said, when you get to the in-game area, the coolest area ever in Destinydom, that was, man. Oh, also there's like a bounty that's called like, what was it called? I think it's like Vanguardian or something. They're like, I don't know, there's some like weird portmanteau they make of like Destiny words, and like this is my new favorite word. I think it's like Vanguardian or something. I was like, I am a Vanguardian. Yes, Destiny. Thank you. I love this word, Vanguardian. So. But yeah, there's highs and lows, like always. Like you can't ever have like no jank in the tank of Destiny 2. So they're so close. They're just like it's like when Evil Knievel just like jumped off the ramp over all those cars and like made the landing, but like fell off the bike and like broke all his bones. It's like that. It's like oh, it made it. Oh, ew, so yeah. So always something Destiny 2, and that's all I've been playing. I'm pretty sure.
He's not sure.
I'm like 99. Okay, that's all I've been playing. If I played anything else, it's whatever, dude. Because I've been like, I'm in that fever dream state where it's like days just merging together because I've been playing so much Destiny. So it's like you're gonna get forgotten. Sorry, forgotten games.
Oh no. Instead of Forsaken games, he missed his chance for a pun there.
Yeah, I guess I played a little Destiny also, and I thought the campaign started out pretty cool.
Wait, do you have the
I have Forsaken
expansions? Oh,
yeah. So I played the first.
Oh, trying to question. You just made me think of something else. Like, there's like one of the trailers, your Guardian speaks, and you're like, "Oh, dude, Guardian speaks again." They say like one other line. It's like false advertising. A, that, and then B, there's like random rolls and every weapon, and there's some weapons that have fixed rolls. So it's like also false advertising. F you, Bungie. F you. Like,
maybe you just have bad luck and all the weapons you got just happen to have the same
there
roll.
Are specific weapons that only roll a certain way when you get them. Like Vestian Dynasty is always going to be Firefly and something else.
Is it only like, are there Forsaken weapons that always roll the same?
Yeah, the bows and the Vestian Dynasty. Those are the two that roll the same way every time. Or so far that I've seen. There might be other ones.
I thought it was cool that they added collections to the game. So now instead of hoarding
Oh, that's the other
just
thing, dude.
all of this random crap,
It's like you
'cause I
can't
was
just like pop it out of the collection like they said you could. I was so angry. I was like, what? I had dismantled so much stuff, and I was like, okay, let me go get some armor. I can't get the armor because it's like, oh, we can't let you have randomizable gear. It's like, are you effing serious? Like one of the big things about whatever, dude. I was like, whatever. Just like yeah, it's just yeah, tentacle.
See, I saw that
That was
before
one of the things. That was one of the things that
I
made me wanna kill
dismantled anything like that. But yeah, like I had kept the original damaged armor that you get at the very beginning of the game. Just I don't know, for no like hoarder instinct, just no reason. And I have one of every type of weapon and armor that I've ever picked up. And since I played far less than you, like that's not an entire vault yet. Oh, and I also only have one character class, so not an entire vault. But it's just like a vault full of one of everything that I've collected before, and I'm never going to use any of those. Like, so my vault is just like my junk drawer, essentially.
That too. It's like your vault turns into a landfill, and I was like,
Yeah.
and I had to go through it, and like I am still STILL. I am still in the process of going through my vault because there's so much shit in there, and it's like it's useless now, and I'm just like, why did I save all this? And now it's like I feel like I should never hoard it again because it's like, oh well, how did this turn out, Tekken? When you had a vault full of crap, you're not gonna use it ever again, and I had to dismantle it all one piece at a time. Also, effing the shader thing where it's like, oh, we can only dismantle 5 at a time. 5 at a time. But then, like, I cleared it out before Forsaken, and now they're piling up again. And it's like, F you, Bungie. Like, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is just me in the game where it's like I have love and like rage thing. And it's just like, there's so many things to love about this, but there's so many things that make me want to kill someone. It's just like, why? Why doesn't it? What was that, Tropical?
Can you actually do the 5 at a time now?
Yeah. But only 5 at a time. So if you're like hundreds.
Yeah,
or
it's
dare
still
I say
like,
thousands.
that's still like 20 or 40 times.
Yeah, I know.
To dismantle one shader
they don't
slot.
have like the dismantle all option or something. It's just like, why is it so hard? Games are hard to make. Why did they make their games so hard to make? Oh, does need too much time. Why? Oh, whatever. I'm really interested to see what the MPDs are for this game because I really want to see like the people like throw up their middle fingers and be like, "F you, Bungie! F you, Destiny! I'm never coming back!" Because there's like so much vitriolic and anger and like hate and like just toxicity that Destiny 2 turned into. Like, I want to see like, did people just like leave and like never come back, or did they return and like give Bungie their money? I'm really interested to see what happened.
Well, there was a bunch of people like immediately saying like, "Oh, Destiny is back," and then there are the predictable voices out there saying, "No, it's only been 2 days. We don't know yet." That's what we said when Destiny 2 just, first launched. We're like, "Oh, it's so good."
That was so
And
funny,
then a few weeks later, it's like, it's
and then I got it, and I was like, "Oh man, that endgame! What a cliff you fall off of! Woo! What an."
Well, I mean, I saw some people like tweeting how, or Destiny 2, well, with Forsaken, it's now better than even Destiny at its best or something that somebody was writing about. But I was like, I mean, if you think about it, this is how many expansions in? So it's like, I mean, it's like I would hope it's already better when it started, but I guess not.
But yeah, so campaign so far I think is pretty cool. Collections are definitely a highlight for me, and sort of having only certain things have random rolls means that the collection is actually useful for me. In the way that I had been using my vault before, is like, well, now I don't have to keep all this junk in my vault. I can just keep it in my collection, and then my vault can actually hold, the equipment that you can't just pop out, that has random rolls and such, which is weird. Like, I guess if they allowed you to do it, then it would just sort of like your collection would be part collection, part slot machine, and you would just sit there and like.
I mean, what they should do is just like have
pull the lever again and again.
Collection ones have fixed rolls, so you could just be like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, but why don't they just like give you whatever roll that you had when you got it instead of worrying about the randomness if they didn't want you to like take stuff out of the collection to begin with?
Because RPG, it is Destiny the game. Are you having fun yet? Oh, you're not? Here, let me increase the fun. Oh, are you drowning in the not fun? I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going. Oh, the dials, I'm going to do it backward. Oh, let me keep going. Oops, it's broken. Oh, are you dying? Oh, I'm sorry, are you dead? Oh, let me just,
I would not be surprised at this point if they just, like, didn't think of it. There's just like, the way that they make Destiny is like, okay, you know, we're reading comments every day and like taking feedback and then trying to think of, okay, this is what they think they want. What is it that's what they actually want, and how do we make the thing that they actually want? And then, like, how many years has it been? Like, since Destiny 1, they've been doing this. Their minds are probably just empty now of any sort of like basic stuff. They'll have to come back later and be like, oh yeah, we could have done it that way and it would have been so much easier. Why didn't we think of that? It's like, because nobody had any brain left to think of that.
Also, I was wrong about before, not all the bows are fixed roll. I thought there was, but they're not.
They have bows now?
Also, I love the bows. Let me, okay, I'm not going to give you all the bows, but like, today when I had arc burn, and I had an arc bow with like rampage and like something else that lets you just like go. It feels so good. It feels so good. And then like, you know, we already have like heavy weapons for like swords and stuff. So we're like 2/3 of the way to Highlander mode. We just need like another, you know, non-kinetic or non-ballistic weapon type, and we'll be there, man. We'll be all like, you know, feudal times. Let's do it.
What type would it be though? Like
slingshot.
I was just about to say, I was like, I mean, at a certain point, it's like they can't get too primitive. It's supposed to be a space fantasy or whatever it is at this point. So, I mean, I guess they can do like,
what is the third weapon?
Maybe a boomerang, some kind of like
it only blocks
staff or something, or some kind of magic cannon or something. I don't know. Something. Maybe a mace. Do you have any maces yet?
There's
a hammer.
It's not the same thing. Maybe they can do like a.
Maybe one of those pipes that you blow. A blow dart, yes. A blow dart, that'll be it. Yes. Completely
Just get
useless.
weird with it, Bungie. Just get weird with it. It's fine. It's the future. Anything is possible at this point. Get weird with it.
It was funny when your character finally speaks again, and I was just like, "Whoa!" So it's like a Silent Bob situation where he, you know, I've taken a vow of silence or something because Gull took down the tower, and then, you know, now it's vengeance, and it's like, he's mine. And it's like, oh, you can talk. At first I was like, was that Ghost? That was weird. Like, how else could they have done that scene if you couldn't speak?
It would have been kind of funny
Ghost
if
said it. That would have been
responded and be like, "Oh my gosh, you can talk!" It's like, well, yeah, I mean, I always could.
Good to hear you again.
It's like everyone usually is just, you know, saying stuff for me, so I just figured, why say anything? You know.
Do you not speak very much?
Your character?
Yeah.
No, they don't speak at all, except for like.
There's like two parts.
In Destiny 2, they speak less than Destiny 1 did. So it's like, yes, chapter call.
Well, no, like before Forsaken, you spoke none. Right?
In Destiny 1, you talked a bit.
Yeah, in Destiny 1, you talked.
Like more than
and
that, the entirety of Destiny 2. And then Destiny 2, it's like silent protagonist.
Yep.
And then you say like one sentence, and it's like, oh, I talk. And they showed it in the trailer, and it's like, ha, switcheroo, motherfuckers, because we're not going to talk anymore after this. Oh.
I wonder if that's enough. Like, can we now imagine that we're not silent protagonists and we're just a strong silent type because we said one word or one sentence?
Tropical, it's actually funny because they even like make reference to it's been a year since the events of the base game of like the tower falling, and then it's like, yeah, in a year. I said like a sentence, you know, typical average amount of a person. No, that is not Guardian. That is like mute levels of silence, literally. So I think you might have
took a vow of silence.
Took a Babble silence.
When I lost my light, I lost my voice. When I got it back, I thought, you know what? It
I
saves
like
a lot
this.
of energy.
It's like, this works.
I'm an
This works.
exo. I don't have spare power to be talking all the time.
Or emotions. So why would you need to express them?
Yeah. I'll just wear this helmet, which completely covers my face.
Video games.
Good times. But yeah, I did not. I was gonna finish the campaign, but I guess it's gonna take a lot more effort, according to Dickens.
Dude,
account.
I was up until like 5 a.m.
Oh.
finishing that thing. I mean, that being said, I was doing other things that day, whatever. And so, like, yeah, average person won't do that. And then, like, at the end, like, you get the new patrol area because it's the thingy. And then, like, I was, like, so tired. I was like, I'm done. F it. And then, like, I finished the campaign. And then I, like, missed out on all the stuff in that area where it's like, oh, I could have got all the sweet loot last week. I can't get it now because the weekly reset. Oh, so I kind of get effed. But whatever. It's no big deal. Whatever. No big deal.
LOLs.
If only I knew then. That's the thing about Disney. It's like every day and every week. Especially at the beginning, you're learning something new. And so now I was like, oh, if I would have just not did that, I would have, yeah. Oh, well, I knew next time. Whatever.
Yes. So the big game for me throughout this long podcast hiatus was Marvel Spider-Man. Which must have been really good because I finished it by Saturday at 2 a.m.
Wow.
Oh,
Tropical did
my.
the thing. He did the thing, guys.
I'm like,
He Tekkened.
I'm 80, 83. I am about 17% away from 100%ing the game.
What?
Oh, my.
Wow.
I heard through the grapevine that the
I-
platinum is fairly easy to get.
I keep seeing
so-
people tweet about it, so it's like, it is
Yeah.
one of those games where people are just like frothing at the mouth, Ikaruga style IGN review, to just gush all over Twitter about it, just like, Spider-Man, it's so good, Spider-Man. It's just like, okay, internet, I get it, okay, I get it, it's good.
Like
okay.
I contemplated getting. I was like, should I get it? But then I was like, I just bought a game. I can't be buying another one.
And I pre-ordered
So-
it, and I still haven't played it, so eventually, because I'm testing right now, I'll get to it. But
For RPG, this is what I thought of. There is stealth sections,
Nope. Well, there goes that.
and they are like pass-fail. So like if you get spotted, then you fail.
Oh, so yeah, I can never play this game.
But, and so this was the other thing, like, the stealth in this game is kind of easy. And the reason for that is you can basically push a button and tell, like, and then look at a guy, and it'll tell you whether or not it's safe to take him down right now.
Let me just tell you how terrible I am at stealth real quick, because apparently you don't understand. So,
let me RPG explain stealth and me to you. Tropical.
So, just as a matter of fact, just today, I was playing Dragon Quest, and there's a section where you're like escaping this dungeon. The person that's traveling with you literally shows you how to get past someone. 3 seconds after they give me control, I get spotted. And that is me with stealth.
See,
So,
I
yeah.
imagine, like, it's, you start going, and then suddenly you're spotted, and you're like, what? I didn't even know that guy was there. Or I didn't even know, that... Well, basically, yeah, I didn't even know that guy was there and was looking, or he could see me, so...
I don't know what it is. I feel like anytime there's stealth, everyone is just out to get me. They're just like, wait, RPG's trying to stealth. Everyone look at him. Everyone
Steve, look over there. It's RPG. He's trying to stealth.
Look at that guy. Look at him.
See?
Hey guys, look.
See,
it's like-
with Spider-Man, like with that system that just allows you to click the button and say, is it safe now or not? Like, that feels like, to me, it's the ultimate cheat for this type of stealth game. You're trying to take each guy out. It's very Batman Arkham series type stealth. Except, in Batman Arkham, you have to look around and see, like, okay, that guy is looking this way, that guy's looking that way. Oh, everyone's back is turned now. I can just, like, swoop down and grab this guy, and he's just gone. In this one, it really is just, like, you push the button, and you don't even have to look around. You just look at the one guy, it's like, okay, I'm going to get that guy. push the button, and it says safe or danger. And if it's safe, you just push one button, and that guy is taken care of, and he's gone. The other thing, like in Batman, it felt like characters or enemy patrol characters, NPCs, they had more sense about them. So they would be like aware that you were there if you walked up to them too close and you weren't crouching or something like that. And in this one, I guess Spider-Man being actually superhuman is just really quiet, or has, you know, lightning flash reflexes, which are all part of his character. It's like all those things combined, I guess, make the stealth like much easier than Arkham Asylum.
Well, I mean, I guess when you think about it, I mean, it is part of, well, his agility and stuff is part of his power set, and then his spider sense is like a danger warning for him, so he kind of gets a cheat for that, because he's like, well, it's part of my powers, so, you know, I know everything, because I'm smart and I have super senses, and I'm a spider.
Pretty much. In fact, the game is, I think it really does remind me a lot of the Batman Arkham games.
What? Wow.
Just everything that, you know, if you imagine the Arkham games exactly the way they are,
though.
and then make it Spider-Man instead of Batman.
Then make it Spider-Man. But Batman doesn't have superpowers.
So basically, it's like Arkham Knight, but Fun Edition.
Awkward.
I guess, like, you are getting around the city in a way that is
No Batmobile,
like,
'cause you got
basically
webs, mother.
supernatural. Yeah, you don't
Basically
you don't need
fly.
a car. You're just basically flying. Combat is that type of combat.
Ooh, it is, yeah.
But it doesn't, like, it feels different enough because of
Powers.
just the options that you have. Because, like, you have a bunch of gadgets the way that Batman does also. And so you can do really wild, like, webbing up multiple guys at the same time type things. My favorite, so there's an impact web, which basically, when it hits an enemy, it knocks them backwards, and then if they run into a wall, then the web sort of opens up, and then they're just stuck to the wall, and then they're taken out of the fight. Turns out impact webs are not the only way to do that. It's just the easiest way because they knock enemies really far. But regular webs, you can do it too, as long as they're close enough to the wall, or you can just web them up and then, you know, use another web and like pull them towards you and like swing them around and throw them at the wall. And so once I figured out that webbing is way faster than like punching guys, the ends of my fights often have just a ton of dudes,
Bunch of people just
hanging
sticking
from
to
various things, and it looks awesome. It's like, yep, this is how Spider-Man fights should look
like a true spider. Wait, does Spider-Man kill?
No.
I've never talked to...
No?
She was gonna cry.
Well, I mean, because there are some
He is
superheroes
not
that
Punisher or
like
Daredevil.
that don't mind their villains dying sometimes. So I mean,
Probably like, well, no, Marvel probably has a bunch, like Punisher, Wolverine, like there are ones, yeah, that don't mind them being dead. And Spider-Man, so this is funny, one of the things that I remember from the demos was that they were fighting on a rooftop, and then Spider-Man like knocked a guy over the edge and then like pulled him back with webs and then like stuck him to something. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, just like how in the Arkham games, when you knock guys down, they're still like the character models still animate as if they're breathing. And so I was like, oh, this is like, you know, staying true to Spider-Man, not going around killing people. He's like, knock the guy off the building, oh, pull him back, and then stick him to something. And so when I started playing, I thought that was automatic, but it is not. So if you knock guys off buildings, occasionally, if they fly far enough to hit another building, the game does automatically like web them to that building. But if you don't, I think they just fall off the building onto the street. And so early on, I may have killed a bunch of guys,
Oh.
which was not mentioned at all in the game.
Our little secret.
But then later I was like, oh yeah,
It's like our little secret.
that's when I later learned how to pull guys back and then like weapon stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really neat.
Not that you need to.
Yeah, not that you need to. In fact, later I got this one gadget that just is a shockwave. It's not even webs. It just like blasts out the shockwave. And so the fastest way for me to take out a rooftop of bad guys now is just to land behind them and just blow them all off the building.
Well, I mean, he does have super strength, so... I mean, although, actually, how strong is Spider-Man? Because, I mean, I understand that he has, like, the strength of, like, the whole spider thing or whatever, but I don't know how that would equate for a human size.
Like... So he could probably lift like a dump truck, which is several tons, but it never looks like it doesn't take any effort. So it's not like one of these like Superman where it's just like, oh, it's nothing. I'm picking up nothing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is just like, even stopping at like a car, it looks like it takes effort. And then regular guys can like punch him in the face and he stumbles or falls down.
Well, I think that's just because he doesn't have like invulnerability as part of his power set.
Well, I mean, if your muscles were strong enough to... Although I guess your face doesn't really have that many muscles like that.
Yeah, it's mostly bone up in there, so...
Face muscles.
My cheeks are so buff. I'll break your hand if you punch me. No. Yeah. So it's like he's strong, but it's not... It doesn't seem like he's...
Like, super...
Yeah, Superman strong.
He's not like Thor or
yeah,
the Hulk or something kind of thing.
Have you seen Spider-Man Homecoming RPG?
I have not yet.
Oh, okay, never mind. There's a scene that displays his strength. Just saying.
yes.
Well, I mean, even in what's the one
where he's like holding
no, not that one.
Oh, no. Okay.
I meant the one where he debuted in for the MCU. Oh crap, I forgot which one it was.
Civil War.
Civil War. There, I was like, there's so many movies.
Only like one of the best ones. Jeez.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think of them. There's so many of them. I was like, wait.
10 years. 10 years.
I was listing them all in my head. I was like, wait, there's Soldier. There's there's Infinity War. I was going through the list, man. There's a lot of them. But yes, in Civil War, I mean, he showed off some pretty impressive
that's so
strength
funny.
displays. Not to mention
You have a metal arm? That's awesome.
Not to mention the curb stomp he pulled on like several heroes while he was at it. So, yeah. But I guess everyone in the MCU so far outside of like maybe Thor and the Hulk are not anywhere near his strength level because they're not. So I mean that's probably why. But yeah, because he even put up quite a fight against Captain America, which I'm not sure what level of strength he's at either. Actually. So, yeah.
It's like, it depends. Sometimes they show him like super strong.
Yeah, because I mean, there's like some parts, like the one part in one of the movies, again, forgot, there's so many of them, that he like destroying the motorcycle or something, and it was just like, that didn't seem like it took him much effort at all. And then there's others where he's putting up fights and it's like, oh, he's struggling a little bit over here. So it's like, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes with these guys.
Yeah, this new Spider-Man game is definitely easily like the best Spider-Man game.
Is there a lot of competition in that?
That's also
I mean, we've called lots
era.
of Spider-Man games good. Like the PS2 ones were the PS1 ones were really good. And then,
excuse me, Spider-Man 2 and Ultimate Spider-Man, pretty good.
Well, yeah.
Final boss on Ultimate Spider-Man, kind of ouch, though, but, besides that, pretty good.
And then it was like the post Spider-Man 3 debacle,
Yeah.
like those games were just
Yeah.
sort of like so-so.
I'm hoping like after this they just use it as a template to make all the other heroes in the MCU game. Like I've been saying, I'm just been saying, where's the Black Panther game? Where is that?
Oh
And
my
now I can see this
gosh.
game and be like, Black Panther, we're going to Wakanda, or maybe not.
Well, I feel
Who
like-
knows? It doesn't matter because Black Panther's getting his own game either next year. Oh, sorry, I'm on my wish list. Sorry, Sony. Someone from Sony comes on the stage. And they're like,
Oh gosh.
and it plays the theme, and it plays the theme, and it's like, Wakanda forever. I'm sorry. I'm already getting myself typed, and like
You
now I'm
want to
already
dial
hyped,
it back
and now I'm
about 20
just,
notches there, Psycho?
and now I'm just, oh man,
But the problem with the Black Panther game, it'll be very, because I mean, if it's the same, it would be very similar to like an Arkham game because he doesn't. Well, no, wait, does he have superpowers? I didn't even think about that.
He
'Cause
is like
Oh, right, because he's like blessed by
abnormally
a
powerful,
god or
yeah.
something, right? Yeah, so never mind.
magical
JK
purple
on that.
sticky punch juice fruit thingy.
So he does that.
Yes.
Plus all the tech stuff they can make in Wakanda. So actually,
Yes,
no, that would
and
be
the
interesting.
vibranium.
Yeah. Plus, he can have like sidekicks and stuff along for his, because apparently everybody in Wakanda can fight. So, not a place you want to go and piss anybody off. Because
Yeah, I wonder how they would do it. Because, like, so Spider-Man, if you really think about it, it is extremely similar to the Arkham games, and yet it feels different enough because Spider-Man is like a
Spider-Man.
pretty different character, just capabilities-wise and sort of the traversal, like just the swinging around and like helping people. Yeah, that part is really cool. So Arkham, all the Arkham games even the ones that take place in the city, like there's not a whole lot going on in the city.
Yeah.
It's just thugs, and so every time you see a group of thugs, you drop down and beat the crap out of them. And
Now that I
this
think
one,
about it, because a lot of the Batman games take place. The first one is like inside the mental institution, so that makes sense. But it's like a lot of them take place kind of like at night, right? Because
only
of
at night.
the
Yeah.
type of hero he is. Whereas Spider-Man is kind of like active whenever.
there's like the daytime and
My spider
all
sense is
times of the
tingling. Let's
day.
do something about it.
And then they did parts with like other characters that you play as.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about like what I just said about like just them just like applying this template to like all of the MCU characters, and now I'm just like in my brain of like Sony like adding to their like apparatus of like in like their Sony cinematic universe of games and first party. I'm just like, now we will roll
interesting.
out the MCU single player contingent of games. Yes,
I mean,
character tagging, this is for you. We're just
With
gonna
all
use
the
this
heroes
formula.
at their disposal, I mean, you could
It's going
still,
to
because
build
even
into
if you
an
use it,
epic
it's like
10-year story arc like Infinity War with a crossover or something. Yes. Oh my gosh.
that actually would be kind of cool. But I guess it would kind of depend on the heroes they use too, because like they would have to be different enough heroes where it's like the games will be the same basically. So.
I think it gets harder from this point forward. Like Arkham, it's also like kind of the right time. Like Arkham Knight was pretty good, but also, not universal acclaim. And then,
Batmobile.
which should have been cool. But,
Well,
They just
That's
couldn't
what
do
happens
the
when you
obvious
shoehorn
thing,
something in
Tropical,
there,
and make
though.
it awesome. Okay, not everybody can do that. It's not that easy. All right.
no, so yeah, like one of the cool things about Spider-Man, it's open world, and it's much more like traditional open world, I guess, than like GTA or Horizon or Red Dead, where there's just like tons of stuff everywhere. It's more like there's these side activities that you can do, and then there's the main missions that you do. But the cool part is, like, Spider-Man 2 was like that, except they were really stupid, like side missions sometimes. Or not even side missions, they're just like side activities.
My balloon.
And in this one, they did the thing that The Witcher 3 did, where it's like everything seems like like they matter. Like the balloon thing doesn't seem to matter at all. I think you got like a little bit of XP or something,
Yeah, 'cause you had hero points that would progress the story in the chapter, and then you got
Yeah.
XP to like level up your abilities.
In this one, because of the way that they sort of count your progress, even the random sort of like thug events where there's just like a robbery or something happening, like they all seem to count towards something. And so none of it feels like really trivial in the way that a lot of side activity stuff feels like in other older open world games. Kind of like that's why I liked Arkham City's like side stuff. Like they all seemed cool and led towards something. So yeah, like Spider-Man has that aspect of it as well. I was like, oh, it's impressive. And yeah, I don't know. I will have more collected thoughts probably at some other point. Right now, it's just like it was so cool. I just played and played and swung around the city. Swinging is so fun, and the missions are really cool, and what happens in the story is really cool. Yeah, just
Oh, speaking of the swinging, so is it Spider-Man 2 like but different enough to be its own thing?
so I haven't played Spider-Man 2 in like over a decade and a half, probably. So I don't really.
Thanks for making us all feel a little tropical, or at least me, who asked the question.
My memory of that one was that the swinging was kind of hard because of the way that they placed the different controls. And so once you got used to it, like you could do really cool stuff. And there was like that whole trick system, right? And there was like lots and lots and lots of different tricks that you could unlock. Like that whole thing felt really complicated to me. But it was really neat if you could figure it out. This one is a lot simpler than that. It's sort of like the basics are kind of the same as Spider-Man 2. And then there's like a little bit of that trick system, and then a few other moves that they added, like zip lining. I don't think was that in Spider-Man 2? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
But like some of the later ones had zip lining where you could just like zip directly to a spot.
Actually, that might have been in there. But it didn't like zip you completely, it just like pulled you.
Well, yeah, like this game, you know, they've said since the beginning, like for their swinging, they wanted it, or traversal in general, just like they wanted it so that there really isn't anything stopping you in the world. And so getting around the world is super easy. Like R2, the trigger is how you swing. And you can basically just hold down R2 and swing through the city. But it's kind of slow. So eventually you realize, oh, if you let go of R2 at certain points in the swing, like you get different amounts of forward momentum. And then you can like also jump out of that, which gives you more forward momentum and also some like elevation. And then the zipline move like allows you to, if you push the X button like as you hit the point that you zip to, then you do sort of like this boost jump. They call it a point launch. And then you can like launch really quickly across like a horizontal distance. And then R2 is also the button that you hold down to do like the parkour over stuff. So like really early on, when I was just learning how to move around through the world, I was swinging, and then I got like a little bit too low above a rooftop, and Spider-Man landed on the rooftop. But then, you know, in the old ones, you would just like, if you hit something on the rooftop, then you just like stopped, and then you had to like jump, or it would do like the slow transition to the wall crawl over whatever the thing you hit on the rooftop was. And this was just like landed feet on the roof and then just like did a bunch of parkour moves over everything on the roof and then just like jumped off the other end and then kept swinging.
Ooh, so it's all like
and
Assassin's Creed with webbing.
it was so cool. I was like, it happened so fast, and I wasn't really sure what happened. I was like, that was awesome, and I got some sort of trophy for it. I was like, I don't know what just happened, but like everything that just happened, that was
It's
so
like, but I'm
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. And then you learn these moves later. Like you can, if you're running not up a building, but like along the side of a building, and you want to make a turn, you just like hold down the circle button, and then as you're running towards the end like corner, Spider-Man will like launch a web out and like sort of wrap around the building, and you can make like quick 90-degree turns that way. And it's just like, yeah, the moving around, the swinging is like, it just feels so good in this game, and feels easier than it was in Spider-Man 2. So you look awesome right at the beginning. It's like, oh, I'm Spider-Man. I'm doing it. So yeah, so good. Anything else? Not really. You should play it, Tekken.
I'll play it eventually, Tropical. I'm deciding right now.
No,
I am engaging in my addict
you
night
had enough
activities.
Destiny.
You have had enough.
I'm sure we've all thought that at one point or another, but Tekken can't get enough, so he's always coming back to get more. That's where it leads me, right back to Destiny.
Just play through the campaign. Apparently, it's only like 20
Well,
hours.
Tropical, I'm out for like another week after this one, so I'll have plenty of time to slot it in on a day, because that's what Tekken does. He cracks out. So
If I can do it in a day, then you can do it in a day.
obviously,
This is cool. This is the second game I've completed in the weekend since it came out this year.
Oh my.
Still haven't opened God of War. I do feel bad about that, but
fortunately, unfortunately,
yeah.
It's like, that is
Kratos will
still
have to
a thing.
wait. Sorry,
I know.
Kratos.
I really like that series, but right now, like every time I think about playing, it's like, I think I'm gonna get that 100% in Spider-Man. I want to see what happens, and I'm gonna like pick up the story DLC pass, 3 story DLC. Like, oh, so the ending, without giving much away, is it feels like there should be a sequel. And looking at the titles of the 3 story DLC that they've released, like those don't seem to cover those things that a sequel should. And it makes me wonder, is like, well, how does that work? Like, is Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man not a one-time deal? Or are they gonna get someone else to make it? Like, that might be disappointing, but the universe that they've created is pretty cool, and it would be neat to see the other stuff that you would want to see in a Spider-Man universe. And it's just like, it doesn't happen in this one. Like, when are we going to get that stuff?
It's very vague.
It is very vague. Good. Good. But yeah, I would not have, I always thought that this was a one-shot, and I would be surprised but also welcome a sequel.
So that's a weird thing. It's Insomniac, so it's not a first-party studio, unlike their
Yeah.
first-party games. So yeah, how would that work?
Yeah. It's weird.
Spider-Man joins the Avengers.
Unless they're like, you know what, Xbox, you want to play that game? You want to play that game? E3 next year. What's up, Ted Price? Oh, just lounging around. Got a call from Sony, and they're like, hey, you want to join Team Awesome? They're like, heck yeah. F those other efforts. Let's do it. Spider-Man franchise. Oh, do it. Yeah.
It would be neat though, like if they do what Tekken's talking about, the game, the Marvel interactive universe.
Oh my gosh, I need. Wow, that is like what it should
The
be called.
Marvel
Because it's not
Interactive
the
Gaming
cinematic
Universe?
It's the interactive universe because it's a game, and that's how you play.
There's like Square Enix has
experiential interactive. Dang it, that's not experience. I'm trying to think how you could combine experience and interactive to be one thing.
Square Enix has the Avengers thing, right?
Oh, that's right.
So-
Damn. X-Men.
would they,
Sorry.
they do it where it's like, oh, it's all in the same universe. That would be pretty crazy, but kind of cool.
They're like, oh, also featuring Insomniac's Spider-Man.
You're like, what?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I bet
If
Black
only.
Panther's in that game after the movie's like
Well, of course he
performance.
is. Money,
Yeah.
money, dear boy.
Man, if that was a DLC, I'd be like DLC of the year. I would stop talking about my Black Panther game and be like, well, I can't get a full game, I'll just play a DLC or whatever. I don't care. Good enough. Gotta get what you can take.
So yeah, Spider-Man, I think, is pretty much all I played. So cool.
Wonderful. Well, I've played things, guys. So most of the stuff I played was fairly brief, I guess. So I haven't like done like any major gaming recently, but it's better than nothing compared to my recent lack of activity in the gaming universe. So, but yes, so I started playing Kingdom Hearts Unchained Kai again because they have this thing where you can unlock one of the Keyblades for Kingdom Hearts 3. So I was tricked into downloading it so I can do that, which that's not. It's not nice, Square Enix. It's not nice at all. In order to do so, you have to play through actually the Classic Kingdom mini games, which are like the little. They're similar to like the Game and Watch type things that they used to have back in the day, where if you have like the little mini system that you do the simple controls, or like it's only like move left and right, and then like you have like an action button kind of thing. So each of the games kind of has like their own little thing. There's like a fishing mini game or an escape from the room mini game, and like this list of mini games. And I think in order to get the prize, you have to like meet a certain score level, or not. Well, like get a certain number of points in each of the mini games, and then once you do so, then you'll have you'll unlock it, and it'll give you like the code or whatever for it when the game actually comes out. So I've just been slowly doing that because I mean, real video games, man, real video games. So let's see here. So yeah, it's pretty much. Huh?
I was thinking about like what I've been playing. Did I talk about when I got a Switch and I played something like the one Switch game I played?
Well,
Did you
told
have a
us.
Switch game?
I only got
I
one.
thought you had no Switch games.
Well, there was like a sale that week and it was on sale because it was like a PAX week sale. I was like, oh, I'll buy this because it's like less than $10. I was like, fine, whatever. And I got it. I played it. But basically, it was for kids. That one game I saw in that one time on that Indies or whatever, and I was like, I want this game. It wasn't on PS4 yet. It's not on PS4 still, so I was like, oh, I'll just get and buy it. And I played it, and it was awesome. So yeah, there's a stream of it on my channel somewhere. Check it out. It's awesome. So yeah, continue RPG.
Wonderful. So yes, that's pretty much all I did in that. And then I started playing Destiny 2 because it was free for PlayStation Plus this month. So I was like, I can finally see what all of the fuss is about.
All it costs is everything.
I just about to say, but then it's like, what did it cost? Expansions. Expansions is what it cost. So the base game is free. Is more accurate because that is how that goes. So I started playing, and as I was playing, I what's it called? I played the first, I guess, like mission where it's like the tower gets destroyed or whatever, which I mean, I guess it's like the beginning where the guy is doing his thing. What's his name? The angry one, the Cabal guy.
Oh,
No, the angry.
Yeah, Gaul.
That guy. Yeah, he all attacked the.
I was like, Zavala? He's an angry guy too, right?
He is pretty angry, like all the time. What's that guy's deal? He has superpowers. What is he mad about? What's going on? So, But so yeah, I played through that, and then as I was playing, and then you lose your powers, and I was kind of just like, well, this is not good. That's like half the fun of Destiny. So I played the first couple of story missions, and then after that, I guess like at a certain point you start unlocking your subclasses, or is how that works or something. Because I think like after one of the missions, I found a melted hand cannon in like a treasure chest or something during like a public event, and then it was like you must do things in order to unlock this, which brought me back to the whole fun of Destiny, and I was like, oh, so it begins.
Get a not melted hand cannon.
I was like, oh, so is this how this is gonna go? So it's like, I was playing the game or whatever, and then and upon going through the trouble of having to, I guess, find public events and do this stuff in order to build up the meter for this, I was like, this is why I left Destiny in the first place. So I can kind of see how this is going, and I don't know if I want to do this again. So I played a little bit more, and eventually I got all 3 subclasses for the hunter, which I started as a hunter, by the way. I mean, in the first game I started as a warlock, despite the fact that eventually I started using a hunter mostly towards the end once I finally made one. I think that was like around Taking King time or something, or slightly before that, during the Crota thing. But but then upon playing, I was like, if I ever did go back to Destiny, I would have to only main one character, because it is really tedious to be going through and then having to do all of that all over again for all 3 classes or whatever. And it's like, I was like, this is not fun for me. So I was like, if I ever did go back to Destiny, it would have to be like, I would just have to pick one character and just go with it and go from there, because there's just no way I could slog through all of that again. So it's like, so I played a little bit, and then I finally decided to do Crucible, where I found out how less fun it gets when you don't have the expansion packs to go along with the game. Because I was playing. I mean, the first match was fine because everything was fairly normal. But then, up in the playlist, I don't know. Speaking of, I don't know if like, can you choose the modes in that game, or it's just like, oh, okay? Because I thought I was like, is it just because I don't have like, if I'm not far enough or something? But there's like a playlist, and I was like, okay, so it switched between modes, because the first one was Control, and then the next one was Team Deathmatch, and I was like, so can you just not choose? Or so I guess that explains that then. But so during Team Deathmatch we were playing, and then that's where the stuff kind of started to hit the fan, because people started using powers that I obviously didn't have. So I was like, well, this, because like I was going along, and then like there was like an invisible hunter that like slashed me to death, and I was like, wait, what is even this blade? That's not a blade dancer. That's not how this works. So apparently the hunter now has a void version of the blade dancer, which allows him to be invisible and gank you from every angle. So that's fun. That's always fun to be sneak attacked. And then Captain America showed up, and I started to get bludgeoned by shields, and I was like, well, this is escalating. And then you try to shoot them, and they can block that, so it kind of just makes it like, oh, this is wonderful. And then another hunter showed up and started throwing explosive knives, and I was like, this is just getting out of hand. I just can't do this, guys. I just can't do this. So it's like every time I turned around, there was like a new power happening. There were flaming tornadoes everywhere. I was just like, I don't even know where all of this is coming from anymore. So I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. So eventually I had to stop playing, because there's too many weird new powers going on. You can't really defend against them because they are like very overpowered now. So it's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. So at that point I just stopped playing and never went back. So yeah.
I
gotta
see
say,
Crucible to be more like deadly and faster, right?
Huh?
But I heard they made Crucible and everything just like faster.
yeah, because there's that Go Fast update.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess, but I mean, like I said, having the inability to combat these people with their new superpowers was kind of like not fun. I was like, yeah, I think don't think I'm good.
Yeah, since RPG mentioned the whole like being free with plus, it was great for me because like with all of the you know, people getting it and playing it free for plus that first week in Crucible, I was mopping it up, man. It was great. I was like, oh
That
man,
first week was really easy.
I will eat this bowl of noodles. Delicious. It was. Oh, like I said, so many good Crucible matches. It was great. It was great. I'm almost legend in Crucible. I just haven't grinded it out the last of it and gotten my prestige on it. But man, it was nice. I gotta say, beating down on like level 20s and being like, oh, I'm sorry, they don't have that. They don't have the subclass for the leveled up. But Tekken don't care. And just going in for the kill. It was great. It's like, oh,
Tekken didn't care.
They don't have the super abilities, but I do.
Although, I mean, outside of the new powers, though, it's like I was able to get like some kills on people, so it's not like you're completely helpless, even if you're new. So it's like, because I mean, there's some people who overestimated themselves, because like one of the Titans was like running towards me, I guess, because he wanted to like hit me with the shield or whatever, but because I guess he misjudged the distance it would take to get to me, I just kept shooting him until he eventually died, and it's like, well, you didn't make it here, so yeah.
Yeah, like the guns do more damage now, I think. So the time to kill is shorter than it once was.
Because I was worried. I was like, oh no, he's bearing down on me. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I just kept pointing and shooting. I was like, well, I will either die horribly or he will drop before he gets to me. So he dropped before he got to me. So that worked out, thankfully. But yeah, some of the new powers are kind of a bit much. So I mean, it's not very nice. It's not very nice at all. Where'd they get their powers from anyway? Is there like a new mission in the story where they just got like mutated or something? Or
there's a light seed. But yeah, I guess you could say
a light seed.
Okay, so basically, did you finish the campaign of Destiny 2 RPG?
No, I just told you I stopped playing after that. And I was like, I'm done.
Well, if you get to the end and you beat Gaul, the Traveler reawakens, and so when the Traveler reawakens, you get like this vision where he talks to you. It's pretty cool, and then it like gives you you end up at this tree, and it gives you this thing, and it's like, oh, this is your new subclass. Pick your new subclass, and then you go and level your subclass, and that's that.
So wait, can you only get one of them? You can't get all.
Yeah, you can only get one, and you have to go to the blind well in the Dreaming City to get the other two.
Oh, but you can't get all of them.
Nope. Of course not. RPG, it's Destiny.
Wait, so I'm confused. So you can only have one of the new subclasses. You can't have all three of them.
No. You get them one at a time. You don't.
But you do. But you can't get them all.
Yeah, you can't get them all at once, but you get them all eventually. You start out with just the one, but you have to get the other two on your own.
I mean, as long as you can get them all, I mean, that's all that really matters. So, but yeah, I just kind of just like, I'm already too far behind now anyway. So even if I wanted to, it's like there's like 3 or 4 expansions or something now. So it would be too much. It would be too much work. So I'm just like,
yeah, it's crazy, dude. Like, you start at level 30 and like power level 400, and then the new cap is 600. And level 50, so you go up like 20 base levels, which takes, that's the other thing, it takes like a while to get to cap in this expansion. And I was like, there's a lot of alpha ramps here, and I was like, dude, this is like, that was a grind and a half, because I was like, I don't think it's ever been this much of a gap between where you start off and where you end up. So yeah, still not at 600 because raid, but I got to 50 with all my characters, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe because I mean, I guess since I skipped Destiny 2, I can like start again with Destiny 3, so then that way I'll be able to be on even terms with everybody instead of trying to do that whole play catch up thing. It's too much work at this point, because then it's like now I'm already behind 3 or 4 expansions.
They brought back Black Hammer for you.
I know, but it's just too much work now. It's just too much work.
It is. Destiny too much time. Destiny.
So unfortunately, I would have to wait anyway. Because I mean, at this point, Kingdom Hearts is like close. So I can't risk it. I can't risk it. So it'll have to be the next game in the series, because it's like it's too risky at this point. So yeah, I I can't. But next time, though. Next time. Besides, you always want to skip the sequels when you know there's going to be a long-term plan so that you get every other one. And it's kind of like with cell phones. You never get the immediate upgrade. You let them work out all the kinks, and then you get the one after that. And then you do it all over again. So, yeah. Once Destiny 3 happens, then I'll jump back on board with you guys for that.
So the nostalgia of the memories that it bombarded you when you started up was not enough to switch.
Oh my
you.
gosh, I forgot all about that. They did they did do that. Completely forgot.
I was like, yeah, I was there. So was Gamer, but we didn't do Skull because I played my level.
Yeah, because they refused to help me with Prison of Elders, jerks. So I ended up having to like LFG it, and so yeah, that was fun.
Like, I don't even remember not helping RPG, but I guess if you say we did, because
You
I remember
definitely did.
not being a fun time. It took me like 6 hours the first time to be that a-hole.
Because I had finally got on board with the expansions, and you guys are like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. But thanks for joining us, and then so yeah, I had had to go and LFG that, so that was fun. Because at the beginning, I guess they do show you your memories, but they were so they were so long ago. Like they put the dates on there too. I was like, oh god, 2015. I haven't played this game in so long. So I abandoned them like very quickly. So yeah, that was a fun little trip down memory lane. When I was like, oh, this did happen. And then they had like the people you finished it with, which was my original raid team, obviously, since we did everything for that. But yeah, it's like, oh, that was years ago since I played Destiny. Oh my goodness. So yeah. But then, like I said, playing it again kind of made me remember why I stopped. So yeah, it was a very short trip down memory lane. So, but yeah, yeah. So, like I said, I'll probably, once they work out all those fun kinks and everything, I'll probably get back on once Destiny 3 happens, and then we can have fun all over again, and then we can have our fun times. But until then, I'll be playing other things.
Kingdom Hearts.
Like Kingdom Hearts. But so other than that, I picked up Dragon Quest XI, because that came out the same week that Spider-Man and Forsaken and all that fun stuff. It was just like game release week apparently, because everybody was just like, have all of the games, have all of them. So I picked that up. I haven't played a ton of it because, I mean, it just came out recently and I have to work, so that was a thing. But so far, it's pretty much your usual Dragon Quest fare. The nice, pretty art style from that guy whose name I don't remember, but he did like Dragon Ball and all those things.
His name is Akira Toriyama. Jeez.
That guy. I do like his art style, and it looks really, really nice and all rendered in HD and wonderfulness. Because I mean, the previous games were obviously on much more inferior consoles, so they did not look as pretty. But this one looks all nice and it's like a wonderfully 3D animated anime kind of thing, and it's gorgeous.
Was the last one PS2 for home console?
Yes. Oh wait, yeah, consoles.
Yes,
PS2.
it was. Yes, it was.
It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. It's been a long
big screen.
So it's a very giant jump for that, and you can definitely tell the difference, because if you try to play the PS2 version now, you'd be like, oh, this is garbage. Throw it away. Take this out of my eye sockets. So it's much prettier now, and even because I mean, even the cutscenes are like done in engine, and they look far beyond anything they've done in the past. So it's
PS4
gorgeous.
effect, everything is better. Everything.
Basically, yes. So it is gorgeous and bright and colorful and richly detailed and lush. And then the battle system is still turn-based, but they have it set so it's like kind of it's like you can move the characters around while you're picking like the commands and stuff. So it's kind of like semi dynamic ATB going on, but it's still turn-based. But they've added like some new systems to it to kind of like make it more interesting. Like the pep system, they added where it's like now the characters kind of like power up randomly, depending on like if they've been in multiple battles or if they've been attacked enough or stuff. And then during this, if as well, I guess like as the characters like progress or level up or whatever, it's like they gain pep skills. So it's like these special attacks that if more or one person or more than one person is like in pep mode, they do like these combo attacks where they have different effects. Where it's like one is like this thing where the hero kind of like semi distracts the enemy by like setting them on fire with his sword, and then the other guy like steals something from them at the same time, and it kind of like just like these little cutscene thingies whenever you're doing them. But it's a pretty nice little thingy, and it's I guess the basic idea of the game is that of course you're the chosen one because that's how all the Dragon Quest games are. So, but this time it's like it's bad because for the people in their kingdom, it's like they see it as since there is a hero of legend, that there's always like a villain of legend as well that goes along with them. So technically, you're bringing bad stuff with you by being the chosen one because you're making like this evil guy rise again or whatever. So you're like thrown into prison the first time people find out, and then you're kind of like an escaped convict after that. So all the fun times. But so far, like I said, I haven't gotten far, but so far I'm enjoying it. So it should keep me busy for a little while. Dragon Quest games are notoriously long, so it should be like Persona level length, I'm guessing. So, but that's pretty much all I've been playing so far.
Cool. Well, then it is time for RRR, Rapid Release Responses. Basically, we go through Releases.com's list of releases for the month of September, and then we quick react to them with a yes or a no, and a is the question mark. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of this game before.
LOL.
And this month, I thought we might try something different, whereas instead of reading the description, I will describe the art on the... sometimes it's the box art, sometimes it's just random art. And then, yeah.
This is going to get weird.
You can see how that won't give you enough information to make a snap judgment. Either way, because this is for entertainment and not really super informative, but yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. So yeah, we're actually, since we've been on forced hiatus, actually I'm very sleepy right now too. What was I saying? Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go back to the beginning of September, starting with Ninjin Clash of Carrots for PS4 and Switch.
Is this about rabbits? Does it have rabbits on the front? It should have rabbits or carrots, just like...
There is a rabbit-looking ninja with a sword.
Rabbit-looking ninja
Yes.
with the sword. Huh. Counts.
Possibly a rabbit. Yeah.
Wait, possibly a rabbit? You don't even know if it's the right animal?
Well, his face is covered.
I mean...
Could be a long-eared hat.
Who wears a long-eared hat when they're a ninja? Tropical? That's not a thing. It's not a thing. That would just be weird for a ninja to just have rabbit ears just for the sake of having rabbit ears.
That's called character design.
Oh my goodness, Tropical, you sound like a crazy person. You sound like a crazy person.
Yes? No?
I mean, I like ninjas, so I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man, because I don't know what genre this game is.
Oh. Let's see. It says action, adventure, side-scrolling platformer.
Well, that just seems like a lot of things inside of one thing.
All of the things.
It's just like, we're going to just be all of the genres. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know, man. I do like action adventure games. I don't like side scrollers, so no. It's a no from me, Bob.
5-year-old taking yes, now taking no.
5-year-old.
All right. Then we got something called Moonfall Ultimate for PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
What's on the cover?
So it's like
On the moon,
black and white,
robots.
monochrome, very dark. There's a guy in armor, like medieval style armor. And then some shadowy figures behind him. I think they're on the same side and probably not backstabbing him. And they have one looks like he's wearing like a magician's cloak, but then he has a long sword type something in his hand. And the other one is too shrouded in shadow to describe. So very dark looking cover.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about any of that.
This is how people used to buy games. There was
It's
no
true,
internet.
because that's how I used to
had
buy
go
games.
and like look at the cover and be like, do I want this or not?
Because that's how I ended up with Wild Arms.
Look how that worked out.
I was like, this is a cool looking cover. And then the rest is history. Because I love RPGs. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll do genre too. So it says 2D action RPG.
I don't like
scrolling.
No, what is with all these side-scrolling games? No.
Cheap.
Jeez. I refuse then. I
Again?
refuse.
Well, it's past September, whatever the F, and I didn't buy it, so no.
All right. Yeah, I guess we can quickly go through these. Destiny 2 Forsaken, of course.
Well, he already got that, so
Something
obviously.
called something called Planet Alpha for PS4 and PC, Switch and Xbox One. It is an action adventure indie platformer.
No.
Action adventure indie platformer, you say? No.
All right. Next one is Full Blast for PS4 and Vita,
Whatever.
Switch,
Whatever.
and Xbox One.
That's a very vague name.
It's a action indie shoot 'em up.
How blasty is your fool, or how full is your blast, I should say.
Inapprops, man.
Well, there is a sort of futuristic looking plane on the front with twin engines on its tail rather than under its wings. And it seems to be it's fleeing from a green face with sharp teeth and 4 eyes.
Oh. Okay. That. Huh.
The Hive? The Hive have ships? What?
They do have ships.
They have those weird looking ones, remember?
Yeah, but they don't have them with, like, weird engines on the sides.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just work here. But no, I don't like shoot 'em ups, so no.
All right.
That's also good for me because, yeah. Going from the
Already
days
happened?
to what happened, yeah.
All right. Arcade Islands Volume 1 for PS4 and Xbox One.
Arcade.
The genre is listed as miscellaneous.
Oh, I was about to say. Because it's like Arcade Island, so it's very likely just one of those variety collection type deals.
Compilation.
So the box is a bunch of different screenshots.
Okay,
There's one-
is it like games that are awesome or games that are just like X? That's a very different type of game I don't want to play.
The only thing I can kind of identify, I think it's Chinese checkers.
Wow, Tropical, you really undersold that game right there. I was hoping you'd say like something cool and you're like Chinese checkers. It's like, not only would I not play a Chinese checkers game,
It's Chinese checkers.
there's no Chinese checkers game.
Oh,
where
yes.
I just want to play in game form, so pass on that one.
Well, he said it with such passion this time.
All right, moving on. Claws of Fury, September 11th, which was yesterday, for PS4, PC, Switch, and Xbox One. It's an action-adventure game.
I do like action adventure games. but I don't know what this is though.
They're sort of cartoony looking cat people. And it kind of reminds me of Rayman because even though they have legs connecting their feet to their bodies, they don't have arms connecting their hands to their bodies.
Well, that's just weird.
And there's 3 of them. Oh no, there's 4 of them. And it looks like one is jumping over a Harley motorcycle.
What? That's such a random collection of things. I don't know.
Does that sound amazing? They look like, they're ready for business. Like
Rayman cats on motorcycles. I mean, it sounds interesting, but I don't like cats. So it's a no from me, Bob.
Also no, because that was yesterday. I didn't buy that game, so clearly I have no interest.
Oh, and that one was also like out of place because the next game came out September 4th, The Long Dark, for PS4 and Xbox One.
What is it called? The Long Dark?
The Long Dark.
Way to order your lists, release.com.
It's adventure indie simulation strategy.
What?
This sounds interesting, actually, but I haven't heard of this.
Me either.
So it's a winter landscape. You see 2 wolves howling in the distance. It's daytime.
Oh.
And then it's like the foreground is like the back of a guy wearing a coat with a hood, and then a quiver of arrows, a hatchet, and what appears to be 2 shotgun shells.
Why is it called The Long Dark then?
Since it's in the daytime, I don't know.
Too much of a this is like too much of a spelunky sounding type thing, and also wolves howling not happening during the day. Just what I say. Howl the moon, man. Everybody knows that's
weird.
how it goes. Howl the moon.
That's just
Not the sun. That is not how it works. You weirdo.
I howl at the sun all the time.
Sure you do.
I don't know why you would.
Why are you so hot?
Basically. I mean, there was somebody at the hotel that asked one of the managers to turn the sun down. I was like, I don't think it works like that, but okay.
I don't think he'll listen.
Also that, because giant celestial body and everything.
No, sir, you are not welcome here.
It's like, well, I'm gonna stay anyway.
Whatever. You're an ant.
I'm gonna.
Your planet is an ant compared to me.
Basically, yes. And there's really nothing you can do about it because it's millions of miles away and I'm incredibly hot and can kill you. So yeah, there's that. But it's a no for me, Bob.
Again, Long Dark?
Nope.
All right. September 4th, Zone of the Enders, The Second Runner Mars.
Konami can go F themselves. No, they know what they did.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I actually do want this, but I mean, again, I have games, so it's like, kind of have to, pace yourself kind of thing, because I mean, I love Zone of the Enders.
Maybe in a future flash sale for $5. But until then, no.
Yeah. I wish it was cheaper.
Yeah. Agreed.
This one's called Dimension Drive for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. It's an
a racing game?
Action indie shoot 'em up.
What is with all these shoot 'em ups? No.
And Tekken didn't buy it, so that's a no. Slime Rancher for PS4.
How do you ranch slime, I
PC,
wonder?
Xbox One.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, that's okay. That sounds disgusting. No thanks.
It does sound... Why would you be ranching slime, actually?
Because you can sell it for
That's actually a good
$1 on the
question,
gallon or
Tekken.
something.
Please describe the cover because I'm curious now.
It's like, so you're playing Dragon Quest, right? That's
I
got
am.
slimes.
It does.
But these are
slimes are like cute little teardrops, though.
These
They're
are
not
even
slimes.
cuter looking slimes.
Well, that's not possible.
Like 2 of them, and then there's like a rooster behind them,
What?
and then a really cute looking cat behind them,
This is
Oh
a
my
lot going
goodness.
on this cover.
and then
Shut up and take my money already.
yeah, it's just all really cute looking.
So they're killing us with cuteness here, I see.
Yes.
I wonder if that works. How many copies of games sell because of the cute factor?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I almost bought Little Dragon Cafe because that was adorable. But I mean, I haven't because I want to, but I didn't. When it goes on sale, though, I can't promise I won't.
All right. Then there was 428 Shibuya Scramble for PS4 and PC.
Dang it.
That did come out. And
I'll get it
I haven't
eventually.
played the demo, though. Because I wanted to play the demo first before I play it. Because I was like, I love visual novels. I mean, it's me. But it's like, I was like, I've heard good things about it. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know. Should I get it? Should I not? I don't know. I want to. I don't know what to do with my life. So who knows? Who knows what to do? I mean, I want it. I do want it. I definitely want it. I'll probably end up getting it. I don't know. Stop judging me.
Cool. Dragon Quest 11, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Already covered that one. Apocalypse Rider for PS4. Is that
Rider as in
action?
riding a motorcycle?
Yes.
Or
as in
okay.
riding a motorcycle.
Oh no! It's
Ride the apocalypse.
well, think about it. The 4 horsemen are all of the apocalypse, and they're riding something. I mean, I don't think they're actually. I don't think you're riding apocalypse. I think you are the apocalypse riding something kind of thing.
But it says Action VR.
Oh, I don't know.
Then there was Shadows Awakening for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. That was action, or is, because presumably it still exists, action RPG.
I love action RPGs. What is this called again?
Shadows Awakening.
Sounds too generic, though. What does the cover look like?
There is so it's very detailed, and these pictures are very small, so it's difficult to say with much specificity, but there is a red lady because her hair is red and her clothing appears to be red. Keep in mind, that is not one of my strong colors.
I just about to say, I was like, well, you're colorblind.
Could be
I don't
brown,
know.
could be green. Then there's like 2 other figures behind her. One of them looks sort of like a maybe Asian inspired general fighter type, like from Dynasty Warriors. And the other one appears to be a skeletal figure of some sort. And then there's like big hairy paws with long claws, sort of menacingly coming to embrace them.
Oh my.
Oh dear. There's a lot going on. And it's called what again?
Shadows Awakening.
Shadows Awakening. Why have I not heard of this before, though?
Should be out.
It should be out, actually. Yeah, you're right, because you said it was, what, the 4th or something?
September 4th, yeah. Last week.
It's weird. That is weird. I mean, I'm interested because it sounds interesting, but then Tropical doesn't know colors well, so it's possible that's said
Maybe
color.
it's way blander looking.
It might be. Who even knows?
How can that be? Everything is supposed to look bland to me.
Well, I'm interested.
I'm not. Pass.
I think I actually know what this game is. I
you
saw a
do?
video of it, I think.
Is it good?
It looked like a very like Diablo style game.
You love those.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me. I'm sensitive.
All right, September 6th, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD came out on PS4 and Xbox One.
LOLs,
And
I have the
eventually be
original.
on Switch.
Why would I waste my monies?
I might actually get this.
Why? What's wrong with you? You're the reason Square Enix keeps doing stuff like this.
They got me. They all got me.
That's why we can't have nice things, Tropical. That's why we can't have nice things.
Remastering on Last Remnant.
We'll get to that in the news.
I did not play that one.
And then I will tell you how shenanigan-y that is.
I heard it was really broken or something.
We'll get to that in the news.
All right, September 7th, NASCAR Heat 3 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Get
Ew,
this, it is a
NASCAR.
racing game.
You don't say. You don't say.
Guess
Yeah.
that's why car is in the title.
I mean,
And there are cars on the cover, and like guys with really colorful jackets and hats.
we kind of figured Tropical at this point to be. I mean, so it's a no from me, Bob. I don't do racing games.
No, for
All
me,
right.
I do racing games, but not those racing games. Oh.
Me too, Bob. Then SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy came out for PS4 and Switch. Action fighting.
Really do fighting games that much, so no.
It's not just a fighting game RPG, it's an all-lady fighting game. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's still a fighting game, Tekken.
I'm just saying, if you're into fan service, it might be up your alley.
Gosh, I play RPGs. There's plenty of fan service.
And Mubloves.
And Buffalo. In Buffalo.
Still September 7th. There was a game called Siggy, A Fart for
What? A fart?
Melusina? Yes.
Just-
Ew,
can't-
that's disgusting.
I can't with this industry
I
anymore.
don't know.
PS4, Vita, Switch,
F
Xbox
it, get
One,
the
and
F out of
PC.
here. Ew.
Describe the cover for this nonsense. I wanna know.
It's like a chibi-looking knight, sort of like
I'm
what's that
into
game
it.
called? With the guy in the armor, and it's from Capcom.
Rogue.
You got it.
Ghouls and
Ghosts and
Ghosts
Goblins.
and Ghouls.
Ghosts and
Ghouls and,
Goblins.
yeah,
Is it-
that one.
Something like that.
But like cuter looking.
Oh my gosh, sold. I love cute things. Don't
Right.
judge.
Imagine that guy in front of the most iconic scene in E E.T.
The bike scene?
I was just about to say he's jumping
move.
over. That's just confusing. What is happening right
That's
now?
like-
What is happening with this month?
They basically just, took something popular and they're like, let's put our character in it, and that's what they did.
But it's like all these box arts for this month are just weird. They're just weird, man.
Because I haven't described box arts in the past.
Maybe that's what it is. But this is just strange, man. This is just strange.
All right. Continuing September 7th, NBA Live 19 came out for PS4, Xbox One. I guess we'll just move on there. A game called Immortal Unchained also came out for PS4 and
Sounds like something
PC.
I've heard of.
I know.
It
I
is-
think I've heard of it too.
Action adventure RPG shooter.
That's a weird combination of things.
RPG
But
shooter, like Deus
it's like
Ex,
Borderlands.
like Borderlands,
Well,
like
it
Destiny.
doesn't look futuristic like
Oh,
that. In fact, it looks
well.
like
Intent to
Perhaps.
buy through the floor. Pass.
So you went and ruined it, Tropical.
all right.
Let me describe all
guess
these games
that's
I
a
like
no.
playing and how it's like them. No, it's not like them at all. Taken, sorry. Oh, well, we can go with
Like,
itself.
let me just go wreck that real quick.
What's that, like cyberpunk?
then-
Not cyberpunk. Open world, not open world. Dude with sunglasses and bionics and augmentations? Nope. None of the above, Tekken. Sorry. Oh.
But it
Does
sounds
not
so
look like that
familiar.
at all.
I feel like I really do feel like I've heard of this somehow. I don't. Something's bothering me about this.
I know this one. I've heard it before somewhere. I've seen it. I've seen it.
Because Because I feel like it might have gotten announced, and I saw it, and I was like, this seems like an odd thing. But then maybe it looked like maybe it was probably like similar to Dark Souls or something, and I was like, oh. And then I promptly forgot about it because actual things happened. So there's that. I'll have to look this up afterwards. I'm curious.
All right, Immortal Unchained. Then we got to Marvel Spider-Man PS4.
What does the box art look like, Tropical?
There's a slender, muscular guy in a red, blue, and white suit, and the white is in the shape of a spider.
Sounds legit.
And
I'll
he's
take
like
5 of
hanging
them.
from something like
I'll
a
I'll
rope.
have one of all of them.
All right, September 11th, Super Street the game for PS4 and Xbox One.
Super
That just
Street?
sounds stupid.
Super
so
Street.
It's missing a word. It's not, yeah, what the F, man.
I refuse.
They should know better. That's all I have to say.
Okay. And then,
Well, what is it, though? I'm curious now.
oh, well, there is the front of
Is
a
it
car.
about, I was about to say, is it about roads and construction or
Probably
something?
a
That
It's
you
a
build?
racing game.
A racing game.
Yes.
I was hoping for some like
These
highway
streets will
construction
never
simulator.
be damaged. That's why they're super.
Just no.
And traffic doesn't pile up on them.
I just no.
Okay, V-Rally 4 for PS4 and Xbox One. And PC. And Switch eventually.
V-Rally, you say?
V-Rally.
Another racing game.
Racing sports.
I mean, as opposed to what?
I guess like when it's not sport, then it's like an arcade one.
No. Just no.
All right. NBA 2K19. So we'll move on from there. Boundless for PS4 and PC.
That sounds super familiar too. Why do all these games sound
There's a
so
game
familiar?
called Bound.
There was
Yeah,
a game
but-
called Bound.
But I feel like I've heard of Boundless before. I'm not insane, guys. I promise.
This was at an E3, I think. So yeah, pretty big. Action, adventure, indie, MMO, RPG.
Oh my. An indie MMO? What?
Wait, this is probably why I've heard of it. I was like, because it sounds super familiar. I'm not going crazy. I might actually be interested in it. I don't know. I might
Yeah.
be.
Maybe?
I think so. I think I might be. I don't know because it sounds familiar, and I'm like, I might be interested in this, and I'm not sure, and I don't know. Oh my gosh! Everybody, stop judging me.
Okay. Oh, and then finally Nefarious for PS4 and PC.
Nefarious.
Is a action adventure indie platformer.
Another one, you say? Is it 2D?
I just
as
about
well?
to say,
Side-scrolling,
we've only
maybe?
had like 60,000 of them. He said, not sarcastically at all.
Yep. It looks like it is 2D.
Then no.
Okay.
It knows what it did.
And almost to the future, September 12th, a game called Stay came out on PS4, Switch, Vita, and Xbox One.
I don't.
Adventure
What is this?
indie game.
I might actually be interested in that. I like adventure games.
There's like a pixel art guy in a blue shirt sitting in front of a computer. 2D pixel art style. And then in the background, there's like a semi-transparent, presumably the same guy, so that they can show his expression. And it's one of great worry.
I like worry. I do. I might be interested in this. You said it's on the Vita too, though, right?
That's what it says. Although,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does it have screenshots?
They are. There's one screenshot that has a bunch of text on it. I guess you get to choose dialogue choices or something. And then this one is of like a broken puzzle of some sort that I guess you're supposed to put back together. And then there's one of 2 hands, and there's like a meter that says like trust level.
What the blazes? What the blazes?
Looks kind of cool. I might get this.
But now I'm curious. What is this game called again? Stay? I'm curious. So I might actually look into this.
Then we had Revenant Dogma.
Okay, now we're just making stuff up.
PC, PS4, and Vita.
I feel like you just made that up.
I did not. The
can't
game
possibly
is an action-adventure indie RPG.
All those words I liked.
There are 2 characters on the cover, drawn in sort of a Japanese anime visual novel style.
More words I like.
One is a young dude in a red jacket.
You don't know, it might be pink.
Possibly. And he's got a necklace of some sort on. It's like beads, so maybe he's Buddhist. I don't know. And the other is a lady, and she's got armored shoulder pads on, top of a possibly beige or green jacket.
Those are 2 different colors, Tropical. God,
Beige green jacket.
You're so colorblind.
And color confused.
I
So,
see that.
2. Both of them make it very difficult to communicate with other people when talking about colors.
And what's the name of this game again?
This one is called Revenant Dogma.
Name one, yes.
Um,
I'm interested in this weird thing that Tropical's making up right now.
we haven't even arrived at the present yet. Like, these games are out.
They're already out, you're right, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, to the internet!
Is this the last one that's out? Nope, not yet. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, the fall deluge has begun. The day of Spider-Man, or the week of Spider-Man, there were like 2 other major releases. So,
It's kind of dated. Meh.
oh
Disappointing.
yeah, I didn't even look at the screens.
Looks kind of dated. It's very old school RPG-ish.
Yeah.
So, meh.
Then there was a game called Fossil Hunters out on PS4 and PS4. It is an action-adventure indie game.
Oh, no, I'm not hunting any fossils. You can take your fossils and shove them.
Cool. Then there was Construction Simulator 2 US Console Edition.
Now, we do like simulators on this podcast. So
We have still yet to see a good price on Farming Simulator or anything.
I know, which doesn't make sense. Maybe it's like that popular that they're like, we don't even have to lower the price.
Oh.
You could just make billions. Billions! I'm assuming that's what happens in these meetings that they have.
Someday.
So someday we'll be farming and creating like the ultimate market where people are just like, oh my gosh, we only want to buy from your farm because you're amazing. And it's like, I know.
It's funny, the cover of Construction Simulator 2 shows no construction. It shows a bulldozer pushing dirt, which I suppose is part of it, but
It's not the same.
not what construction is about.
Yeah. That is not what that brings to mind at all. Shenanigans.
All right, so now we're in the present, September 13th, but these are all Switch games. Do you want to...
I mean, I'm going to give
And a
Switch
lot of them are
eventually.
like re-releases of games on other platforms. So like Bastion is coming out on Switch, Wasteland 2 Director's Cut is coming out, Surgeon Simulator, Super Dungeon Tactics, Shadow Fight 2.
We need a new Trauma Center game.
Do you remember Danger Mouse? Danger Mouse has the Danger games coming out September 13th for Switch.
He's some kind of DJ?
The cartoon character from back in the day.
Oh, I thought it was the DJ.
You mean Dead Mouse?
I mean, he knows his name. It's fine.
That's not
Hilarious. So yeah, lots of Switch indie games are coming out.
I want to get a Switch eventually.
tomorrow.
I'm now the only one without one in the podcast, so I feel left out.
That's you should get the Pokemon bundle.
I would if it was like a real Pokemon game.
Oh, burn.
Yeah, I went there.
All right, September 13th, Marble Duel for PS4.
What?
Ball
Like
marble
the
floor.
ball?
Marble like the glass.
Like the glass little ball
Oh my,
thingies?
that sounds not entertaining or fun at all.
The
So
game is
basically-
listed as a puzzle game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Marble
what other
Madness.
type of game would it be?
Building
Other than
marble furniture simulator thing.
Well, actual Marbles is kind of like an action game, right? It's like a multiplayer shooter.
More like a turn-based strategy game.
I mean, it's more like a
turn-based multiplayer shooter strategy.
I mean,
I
all
know
these
shooting
things
is in there.
just all sounds weird, guys. This just all sounds weird. We should probably.
All right, moving on then. September 14th, Shadow of the Tomb Raider for PS4, PC, Xbox One.
When the air quote ultimate gold / whatever the F edition
All right.
that's like $1,000 is like 20 a year from now, there you go. That's when I'll get it.
Or
When
when
the
it's
game
free on
comes out.
PlayStation Plus.
Or when it's free on PlayStation. Yes, I'm just gonna wait for every game to be free on PlayStation Plus.
I mean, it happens.
Way to do it. I guess so.
I mean, if you don't like super want the game, I mean, you could just be like, well, eventually it'll probably be free. It'll be free, and then you can get it, and then you can enjoy it, and be all like, I had my fun. So F everybody who was telling me I was wrong for waiting.
Probably. Nope, not PC. Sorry, PC.
Oh no,
Didn't mean
you
to get
lied
your
to
hopes
them.
up.
You lied to them.
Moving on, Black Clover, Quarter Nights for PS4 and PC.
I have seen the anime. I'm not impressed.
Cool. Action adventure fantasy third person from Bandai Namco.
It's very. I think the game is very similar to the Shinobi Strikers type thing, except
Mhm.
Naruto is cooler.
All
That's my
right.
response to that. But there's magic involved, so it's kind of like Fairy Tail, except not as good.
Tekken?
I don't play games like that, so I mean,
You love
I
it,
got
don't
those
mind.
Naruto games, but I haven't played them, and it's like, one at a time, or like once I'm done with the pile of them I have, and like that ain't happening.
Oh my
so.
gosh! You know what I would love? A Naruto game in the style of the Spider-Man game.
Or they're gonna say like Dragon Quest, where it's just
If
the art
something like
style,
that
and you're just
is
like,
awesome, because then you're like jumping around like a ninja doing missions with your 3-man squad, and people have different
Well, they
ninja
tried to do a
ninjutsu.
game
There
like
is
that,
one
I
of-
think,
there is
but it
one like
wasn't
that.
air quotes
Is there?
like that because of the
What is it called?
Ubisoft.
I can't remember what. No, it's not the Ubisoft one.
No, it's not.
It's yeah, the story mode of one of them was like that. One of the Ultimate Ninja Storm ones. I can't remember which one.
Oh my gosh! Because I would love to do something like that. Wait, but is it still like a fighting game though?
Yeah. So the combat like takes you out of the sort of free roam thing, and
I
then
want it
it's
to be
like
like
their
Spider-Man.
fighting style.
No. I want to like the Spider-Man game. I already said what I said.
You know they're ninjas, right? They got a stealth.
Oh crap, you're right. Oh wait, but no, they don't, because Naruto's always running around screaming "Believe it" in the anime. I mean, he's not that stealthy. Listen. For a group of ninjas, they almost never have gone on a stealth mission. I can pretty much guarantee that. Which is kind of hilarious when you think about it, because
They're those type of ninjas.
they're ninjas. One of them was wearing bright orange clothing, and the other one shoots lightning out of his hands. So, not a very stealthy group of people. Not a very stealthy group of people. So, I stand by what I said, and F you, Tropical. F you. Because they didn't all stealth. I don't think they ever stealthed at all, actually. I can safely say they've never did a stealth mission in that anime.
They had to catch a cat once.
That was not stealthy. They were running around chasing it the entire time, and it kept eluding them.
But the approach was stealthy.
Was it, though?
Alright, the next game is called Neon Wall. It is coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And Switch. Everything's coming out on Switch.
Sound good.
It is an action indie strategy game.
Now it sounds slightly better. But the name, though, just Neon Wall, that doesn't sound... I don't know. Just something about that just doesn't sound exciting.
Cover has sort of a like 90s CG look, like reboot, I guess, except there are no characters. There's like what appears to be a Tron style yo-yo on top of a row of cubes that are also Tron style.
What the actual crap? I don't even know. I don't even know what to do with those words. I just don't know.
Do you know Tron?
I know what Tron is.
Just checking.
It was in Kingdom Hearts. Shut up. Of course I know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Have I actually seen any of them? No. I only know them because of Kingdom Hearts. But still, I know what Tron is. Jerk. But
All right. Okay. Cool. Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 3 vehicle something.
I don't do Nintendo Labo, so
Vehicle
no.
kit.
No.
Okay. No Labo.
Never.
I don't know. The Labo thing looks cool to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a Switch again, obviously, but I mean, I think the idea behind it is kind of cool.
The third Labo seems cool to me. The first two are like, eh.
Yeah, but they were just starting out, so of course it's gonna be like. Yeah. But it's like once you like down the line, it'll probably be like some really like amazing things coming out for it, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, why do I not have this already? And then it's gonna be like, shut up and take my money, Nintendo. Take it all.
Oh my.
This next one is called Trickster VR, co-op dungeon crawler for PS4.
No. Because it's VR.
Co-op dungeon crawler, yes sir. But then in VR, I'm on my quota on VR games, so yeah.
Well, I don't even have VR, so I
Until
can't.
there's like another one that just blows me away and like I have to play it, or it's like, oh man, another mech game. You know I'm in.
Armored Core!
No.
Surely that's gotta be happening.
I mean, at this point, Square Enix is already jumping on the mech bandwagon anyway, so, I mean, if they don't make one, then fine. I'll just get one from Square Enix. You can just suck it from software. I still love you from software. I still love you. Keep making games.
September 18th, Mutant Football League Dynasty
What?
Edition.
I didn't know that was a thing, and I love Mutant Football League ever since it was like on the Sega back in the day with the aliens and the skeletons and the mutants and different things, and it was awesome, and I loved it. And people used to get murdered and ran over. Oh my gosh, that game was so fun.
It is so fun.
It's back. Again?
Is this like the first time it's back, or has it already been back? Because
I think it's already been back.
I think it's
This
been
is
back
like
because I'm pretty sure I saw something.
I think I'll
About
pass.
it
I'll
before.
be destinying still, so you know. Because we're in the same month, just saying.
Uh, Fishing Sim World, PS4 and PC,
Fishing sim mode.
and Xbox One.
I don't know, like when the
Hmm.
last time is I like bought a fishing game, nor played one, but you know, never say never.
Never
But not
say
this time.
never. So
I'll invoke my crackout window privilege. It's in the crackout window. I'm sorry.
oh no,
The
The
crackout
crackout.
window.
he's on drugs.
Scribblenauts is coming out with the Scribblenauts Mega Pack for
Oh.
Switch and PS4 and Xbox One.
Now, does this include like all of the games?
All of the games.
Unlimited and Unmasked, a DC Comics adventure. So no, not all of them.
But the later ones, which have all the stuff in them. So I mean, I actually might be interested in this. Although there was one that came out recently that I heard was not great, and I hope that's not included in the pack because if it is, I'm not going to get it.
That was a very specific.
Man, I still remember like lying on my apartment floor talking about Scribblenauts on this podcast. Like, I think it was the first year of me being on the podcast.
Good times.
Crazy. DS games. Wow.
Because
Was Gamer
Gamer was
there?
always because he was. I just want to say because Gamer was talking about them before
I remember
too.
you were talking about Scribblenauts.
Scribblenauts. Okay. September 18th, Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk for PS4, PC, and Switch. RPG strategy game.
What?
I know of
Oh
it,
my
but
gosh. Oh my gosh, I have to call
it's
you
one of
out.
those. It's one of those fan servicey gamies, and I'm like,
It's
So a
Muvlovy type.
It's not Muvla per se,
Muvlov Light.
but it's Muvlove light.
Soft Muvlove.
It's like a soft Muvlove, soft core Muvlove. We're doing this, guys. We're all in. We're all in.
Oh man. What is this? This is called Pato Box.
What?
It's coming out for Vita on September 18th. It is an action adventure.
Hmm. Hmm.
The cover is black and white. And then there's sort of illustrations of different characters. Although none of the characters are doing anything. They're just sort of... It's sort of like a GTA cover. So they're just sort of posed. There's a guy, there's a skinny looking guy who has what appears to be either a gas mask or one of those old timey doctor's masks that you see in Assassin's Creed on. Kind of reminds me of a psycho from Borderlands. There's another guy that has like a mohawk, but it's tied into dreads. And he's wearing like goggle style sunglasses. And then there's a whole mess of shades here that don't appear to make any shape. It looks like an olive being eaten by a peach. That is probably not what it is, so I don't know what that is. And you can see like
eating a peach. That's
I was like, this just
No,
the
sounds
peach is
weird.
eating the olive.
words.
But that's not what it is. And then you see like a bearded guy's chin and possibly chest hair.
I'm gonna pass. It's just super odd. And like, yeah, not things I want in combination. Like hair, chest hair, and food. No thanks. That's just a red flag for
I was
me.
about to say, I was like, this just
Does not
sounds
sound
so
like something I want. No thanks.
odd.
I don't know where the train's going, but I want off now.
Basically, yes.
All right, sounds good. Legendary Fishing, PS4 and Switch.
Another fishing game.
What's with all
Another
these fishing games?
This one's coming from Ubisoft.
Hmm.
So I guess we'll move on from that one, because one fishing game is one fishing game, unless it's two fishing games.
I was just
I
about to
don't
say.
know what I'm saying.
He's gone crazy, guys. He's gone crazy.
I'm very sleepy. Transference is coming out finally, PS4 and PC and Xbox One. It is an adventure VR game.
Is this the one with Elijah Wood in it?
Yes,
Oh,
that's
is that September?
its game. I guess so.
Wow. We'll see how much it is. So I'm not. There's a certain amount I'm willing to pay for that game, and if it's over like $30, I'm probably not gonna get it. So yeah.
No.
All right. Downward Spiral. Downward Spiral. Horus Station.
Horror Station?
Horus.
Oh,
like
Horus.
Like the Egyptian thing? God person?
Maybe? I don't remember. Action Adventure VR.
Oh, well, then I can't. I don't have VR.
And Tekken has reached his VR quota.
He has
Yeah.
reached his VR quota.
All I mean is the games I'm looking for are out, and I got them, and I haven't played them, so it's like no point in adding to that backlog.
He, in fact, has not played
Like
them.
3,
So soon.
so the new and improved Tekken works smarter, not harder, or something.
Nice. And then Warface is coming out on PS4.
That's a
That
terrible name.
sounds... I just wanted to say...
It is an action first-person shooter, free-to-play MMO
You,
from
you,
Crytek.
and you. Get the F out of here.
It's a what with the side of what with the who, what with the what?
Free to play MMO shooter or some other garbage.
Oh, well, that sounds just
All
awful.
of the things.
That just sounds
The
awful.
Microtransactions up the wazoo. Ilk.
So F that noise in the B.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Unearthing Mars 2, The Ancient War for PS4. It's an action first-person
Oh, I saw the trailer for that.
shooter VR game.
Didn't the first one just come out?
No, Unearthing Mars 1 has been out for quite a while.
Is that the one with the spiders?
That is not the one with the
No,
spiders.
that was Farpoint.
Oh, okay. I got those two confused. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this game just came out. It has a sequel. So no, because I haven't played the first one. And yeah.
Wow, the
Also
screens look very
In
fancy.
my quota, or over my quota for VR games. So
This one is called Anodyne? Anodyne.
Anna's dying? What? No?
No, one word, Anodyne. Anodyne.
Oh,
It's an action adventure indie RPG.
that seems like an awful lot of things.
The box cover is sort of what was the game? Revenant Dogma? It looks kind of like that, except green.
Well, we don't know if it's green or not because you can't see colors properly.
Possibly brown.
Wonderful.
Green or brown.
Now you're just making stuff up.
So it's either a grassy field or a dead grassy field.
Oh, for the love of all things holy. It's a no from me then.
Do you want to play dead grassy
I do
field?
not want to play Dead. Charcoal. No. 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 Who wants to play Dead Grassy Field?
Hmm. I have to think on that.
Unless it's Paragon Grass. Rip.
Grass. Oh man. September 19th, a game called Hover coming out for PS4,
However you say.
PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
Does it have hovercrafts?
There are two vehicle-like things floating in the sky in the background, so maybe. It's listed as an action-adventure indie racing game. How can I describe this? There's a lot of characters on the cover. They are of varying sizes and
Oh my.
it looks maybe species.
Oh my.
And they are in front of a futuristic backdrop. Or pseudo futuristic backdrop. There's something in the back that looks like the Space Needle in Seattle, except no, I guess it looks like if you put Saturn on the end of a light post. And then
Best description ever. Put Saturn at the end of a light post, you know what you get? This box art.
Saturn lollipop.
The Saturn pop.
You're just weird.
That's a no then. All right, moving on. September 20th, there's a game coming out called The Gardens Between for PS4 and
This
PC.
sounds like the name of a romantic comedy or something
Which is an adventure puzzle indie game. The Gardens Between. Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
kind of like one of those things where people are like, I'll love you forever and never. And then all kinds of shenanigans happens and then they fall apart. But then in the end, everything comes together in this big dramatic twist where it's raining and someone runs into someone's arms and everything works out.
Oh
The
my.
Gardens Between.
That's yeah.
Cool.
That's not a game I want to play.
You're welcome.
Okay then. Let's see. September 21st, there's something called 8-Bit Armies coming out for PS4 and PC.
No.
What is CNC? I guess it's Command and Conquer style simulation strategy game?
What? Like StarCraft?
Maybe, but the box art looks like Minecraft style people.
Ew.
Ew.
Interest waning and gone.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to this one. This is a PC game. Star Control Origins is coming out September 21st. Star Control Returns, maybe. And then September 25th,
Wait. What platform is it on?
Star Control?
Star Control Returns? Tropical? Jeez.
Oh, yeah, a PC game.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, it was on PS4. I could finally play it.
That would be neat. It does have PS4 listed here, but
It does.
this is releases.com, so who knows? Who knows?
It's called Believing in Being Optimistic. Tropical Jeez. Way to kill the buzz. Kill the hype.
On September 25th, you'll be able to buy a box in a store for The Walking Dead, the Telltale series, the final season. And I guess episode 2 comes out. Suffer the Children.
Oh my. There's been a lot of suffering in that series, I'll tell you that.
There has been.
By the player.
Haha! And then Air Missions Hind comes out on PS4, September 25th.
It's a hindy.
Oh yeah, maybe that's how that's how they said it. It just looks like Hind.
It might be Hind.
A lot of things look like a lot of things to a lot of people, but you know.
Well, he's not wrong on that one, but
This one is an action indie simulation.
what is it simulating though?
Well, there's a helicopter on the front, probably a hindy or a hind. and it's flying above a bunch of dust.
Dust? Are you sure there's
Yes.
not clouds or other flying
Well,
things?
I guess I can't be sure, but I think it is brown,
Maybe it's in the desert.
like sand color.
It's sand in the desert.
Oh my goodness! You should stop describing colors tropically. You should just stop.
All the
Could
covers
be,
are
or it could be,
grayscale.
but I don't know, because, colorblind.
I just can't take it anymore, tropical. Your lack of being able to see brilliance it just makes me sad. It just makes me sad.
Well, this next one, Time Spinner for PS4, Vita, and PC. It has a almost black and white box art. It's like you're in a room and there's a window frame, very ornate with like vine type shapes. And in the distance, you see a castle with two. What are they called? Turrets? Turrets? The
Turrets?
round parts. With the.
You're just making stuff up right now.
Kind of, maybe.
Tropical, what did we say about that?
What did we say? Can't remember.
Oh my goodness. Just throw the whole tropical away.
Anyway, this game is an action adventure indie RPG.
Ooh. Wait, what's this game called again?
It's called Time Spinner.
Because I feel like I've heard someone talking about it before, maybe on Twitter. That could be what it was. But I think it's like 2D or something, and I don't like 2D games.
It is 2D.
Then no.
Chicken?
It's in the crackout window, so I will concede the amount of time that I'll be spending cracking out on in a game that is not this game.
All right. Valkyria Chronicles 4 comes out for PS4, PC, and Switch.
I'm not excited.
Well, this game is actually on my list, so therefore, you're lucky Valkyria Chronicles, because you're part of the dream now, because we were like, man, Valkyria Chronicles wasn't it awesome, guys? And then, like, 3 games later, Sega's like, hey, guys, have 4, even though we skipped on you know, sorry. Or at least for 3 we did, but, yeah, let's just put it in heaven. We can make it happen again. We can keep the franchise going. Just buy it again. That's a remaster, and now it's back.
I'm just so excited.
Just support the dream this time. Don't let it die.
September 25th also will have, I think it's pronounced Dakar 18.
Like the cologne?
I think that one has an H in it, right?
Who even knows? Who even effing knows?
This is for PS4, PC, and Xbox One. It is a racing game.
Oh, then no.
No.
Just no.
I'm good on racing games, so, and even
Dakar also has car in it, although it's spelled with a K.
Well, that's just wrong. That is just wrong.
Dakar and NASCAR.
Get it? Get it? Get it?
All right. Punchline will be released on PS4, Vita, and PC.
I don't know what that is.
It is an adventure game.
Punchline, but is it funny?
I don't know if that's how they meant it, but
Wait, it says adventure visual novel adventure.
what?
Too many adventures.
was
I
about to
guess
say,
it's
that's
a
a lot.
visual novel.
Oh dear. I've never even heard of it though.
It has a very. I think there's actually an anime series called Punchline.
Oh wait, is it the one with the underwear guy?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, it is. It's that one.
Oh, yeah, no. No. No.
We cheated there. There's no way you could tell that if this guy sees underwear, humanity will be destroyed.
Yeah, just no.
And that's like the whole premise of the series, I guess.
Yeah, it is. Just no. No. Just no. No.
The next one is This is the Police 2 for PS4, Switch, and PC.
Is it as well, or is it in the sequel to
The sequel. The number 2.
instead of like we are also the police? And it's like, oh, are you? So am I?
This is the police. This is the police 2.
That's just weird. Why are we in the same place then? Reasons. Just reasons.
If you don't know, that game was Adventure Indies Simulation Strategy.
Oh.
That sounds very generic, so pass.
Okay.
That's weird.
Or that sounds like a not proper video game title to your game, so what are you doing? No.
Weird.
This game is called Metal Max Xeno for PS4. It is an action RPG.
Xeno Max Xeno?
Metal Max Xeno.
No. I don't know who
Meta.
Metal Max is, so, you know.
I have not heard of this, and I don't know if I believe that it is what it says it is.
So it looks kind of like Mad Max, like a deserty type setting, except instead of a sort of cobbled together supercar, it's a tank on the front, and then there is the like back silhouette of a guy who appears to have 2 katana on his back, and possibly a cyborg arm.
We do enjoy cyborgs. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea what this is because I've never I don't know. But if it's an RPG, it might be good. I might enjoy it. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'll check it out. Who knows? I don't know. Stop judging me.
Tekken, Krakow window?
Yep.
Krakow window.
Although looking at the screenshots of it, it does look kind of cool. Oh, there's fan service in it. Why would they do this? Why would you do this, man? Why would you do? Oh, it's only one of the characters, though. And technically they aren't in a desert, so I guess she should be wearing less clothing. But, I mean, whatever, man. I don't know. Maybe. I'll put it on my list. Who knows? Don't judge me. We'll figure it out.
In the actual desert, you have to wear more.
I know, because it's dangerous, because of all the stuff going on. You could die. Yeah, but it's an anime. It doesn't count.
The last one, or I guess 2 more. So these last 2 have set dates. September 27th welcomes Life is Strange 2 Episode 1 for PS4, PC, and Xbox One.
I am interested in that after playing Life is Strange originally. So I am curious as to see how this goes. I haven't seen any of the trailers, though, so I don't know what this one's going to be about. But, I mean, you know, it's going to be about whales and lives being strange and falling apart and, you know, the good stuff. The good stuff. And then it's going to be the cool music in the background with the guitars and the banjos and then the sad lyrics and, you know, that stuff. So, you know,
I
Life
plan
is
on
strange.
pre-ordering. I mean, what other time of the year can you get a double depressing dose of story games like Walking Dead and Life is Strange
Simultaneously.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Do you want some of that in your life?
Metal Max game scored pretty decently with Famitsu, so I'm all in. Fan service be damned. Oh, Nipponichi's the one that's publishing it. It should be fine.
And the final one will just gloss over FIFA 19, September 28th, PS4, PC, Xbox One, all the stuff. And then there's one game that is supposed to be September that has no solid release date, and it is called The Inner Friend. It's for PS4, PC, and Xbox One, and it is an adventure indie game.
Oh, The Inner Friend. Oh, From Software is a subsidiary of these people, so they might actually be good. The Inner Friend. I don't know what that is. What does it look like, man?
The box cover is mostly a stylized version of the words "the inner friend."
Well, then that's just
Looks like it's written in neon. The inner part is red. Friend is like Tron blue. And then there is a silhouette of a person sort of diving downward.
Well, this is just
with
confusing.
arms open.
I don't know what to make of this.
Me neither. And I made up that description.
I know, because I was here when you did it. Just weird. I don't even know, man. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I'm curious because it's like an adventure game and it's called The Inner Friend, which means somebody probably has an imaginary friend that's actually a murderer, and then they're going to be all like, oh my gosh, it was my imaginary friend. Then it's going to all turn out that the friend is actually real, and then it's going to be this whole spiral, and the person's going to just go be like all these different things, and it's just going to be a mess. It's just going to be a mess. But I am interested now that I've described it that way. I'm interested in my own description. So yeah. Wonderful. Don't judge me. I'm watching the Metal Max trailer.
All right, I think that actually is like the key art for this one. But since it's not super helpful, 10 words, led by a mysterious shadow, face fears and nightmares inhabiting. Maybe it is a spooky game.
I'd say that sounds like something I don't want anything of. So yeah, no thanks. I think I have to face my fears every day when I go outside. So it's like, just don't need to add on to it. No thanks. Pass.
I'm very curious, though. I'm very curious about this game. Now I'm looking up screenshots of it because I'm curious. Guys, this just looks weird.
Well, we hope that you will go out and look up screenshots and box art for the games that sounded interesting to you somewhere. You won't find it here.
Because we just weird.
Because we just playing. All right, on to the news. The news. Probably a lot of stuff happened in the month since we haven't podcasted.
Oh, that's true.
But we're not going to go through all of that because most of it is olds now. The new stuff. What was the thing we were talking about earlier that you were like we would get to in the news?
I don't remember.
Remnant.
I don't remember
Last
either.
Remnant.
Oh, yes, the last remnant.
Right, the last remnant.
Taking remembers.
Yeah. Petra's Farm remembers.
So all I remember from that game originally was like it was like turn-based, right? But then there was some aspect where there was like a lot of people on screen.
Kind of.
And so like technically it was kind of a mess because it didn't really work.
Well, part of the problem was there was a okay, so the way the battle system works is basically supposed to be like this whole grand scale like battle with little mini squads all over the battlefield or whatever. But the problem is the game couldn't handle it, so there was a lot of random slowdowns, which was also a problem because there are intentional slowdowns for one of the game mechanics, so it's very confusing when it's like either the game is doing it on purpose or when it's not. And then on top of that, the a lot of stuff about the battle system was very vague or very poorly explained, and a lot of it was like left down to luck. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like it sounds good on paper, but then when they actually put it into practice, it was not executed properly. Now, from my understanding, some of this stuff was fixed when it was ported to the PC, but I didn't have a PC to run that, so I cannot confirm that. I played it on the 360 when it came out, and I can confirm that it was in fact kind of broken on that. But I mean, other than that, the game had promise, but again, it's one of those things where it's like it also had a lot of problems, which most of them were technical. Like the game itself was fine, but the technical issues kind of like screwed it majorly, and so yeah, it ended up not doing great. And then they ended up not putting it on the PS4 or not on the PS3. I mean, because it was initially supposed to come to the PS3 later, but then they were just like, we gotta scrap this because everything's going wrong here. Everything's going wrong, and I guess they decided to go ahead and do it anyway because it's coming to the PS4 now. But I'm not sure how that's gonna work because I don't know if they've like fixed the issues with it when they did this remastering, or if it's going to be the same game except prettier. And it's like, well, that's going to kind of defeat the purpose. So,
well, the slowdown stuff should be corrected, even just like brute force style.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know, man. They also had tons of loading screens and all this other nonsense going on. So who even knows? Who even knows, Tropical? A lot of technical issues going on with the game. So if they did fix them all, then it's probably going to do fine because, I mean, that was the main issue with the game, is all the many issues with like frame rates and slowdowns and lots of loading and just a mess. Just a mess, man. A lot of pop-up textures and stuff going on. So I mean, yeah, if they fixed all that stuff, they should be fine.
Will it be good or will it just be fine if
I think
all that is fixed?
I mean, it might actually be good. Like I said, if they actually went through the trouble of fixing the stuff and then actually like tweaking the battle system a bit, it'd actually be a good game. But again, I won't know for sure because I didn't play the PC version, and I heard that they did in fact fix a good chunk of the stuff for the PC version, and it actually and it reviewed well with a lot of outlets after the fact. But again, I didn't play it, so I can't confirm that. I played the 360 version, which was broken and kind of ruined the experience. So who knows? Who knows? If it is in fact fixed, then I will probably get it later down the line when it's on sale because it's too close to Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not going to be playing any other games that are going to be that close. So later on, maybe in next holiday season or something.
The line must be drawn here.
Because it's like, I think it's coming out in December. That's only like a month away from January, and I'm like, nope, not getting invested because Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, it's like RPG's like, this is a cutoff window for me. I'm like, yeah, this is a cutoff window for me. It's like, yeah, if you're in this window, you're getting cut at the knees and the arms.
It's your own fault. Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, there was Kingdom Hearts news too. So apparently,
Oh my gosh, Kingdom Hearts
Tokyo
news.
Game Show is pretty soon, and PlayStation had a PlayStation lineup tour, I guess they called it.
Lineup tour, you say?
It was. Did you watch the video?
Nope.
It
RPG.
was
I mean,
pretty
Tropical.
cool.
You know what I've been doing the last however many days? You know what time?
Like-
You know what time it is, Tropical? You know what month it is?
Destiny time, Tropical.
It is crack out season. Okay,
It's crack
Tropical.
out season.
I have not had time to
he's
do
on the
anything
crack.
else besides crack out on Destiny. Okay.
He's
I'm
doing the
getting my
crack right now.
Guardians raid ready. It's a thing. Okay.
Crack is no longer whack.
Raid is on Friday. Game came out Tuesday. Last Tuesday, not this Tuesday. And all I've been doing is cracking out because I gotta get ready for the raid. Gotta get those sweet drops, 60 loot, 60 Guardians, 60 time,
That's it?
60 time RPG, 60 time all the time. Not all the time, but you know.
Tropical.
Well, indeed.
I was waiting. All right. So yeah, they showed a bunch of games in this tour that it was kind of cool. So what they did was they put a bunch of people in a room, and this is Japan, and so they weren't like excitable, or at least not noticeably so. And they sort of made it like a Disney ride. So they had this ultra wide screen that everyone was watching, and the sort of fiction that was around the whole event was that everyone was riding inside of this ship called, I think it was called like DualShock 1 or something.
What?
It was like it was a DualShock 4 controller
I would
flying.
ride a DualShock 1.
And then they just went to different worlds, which were like different game trailers, basically.
So it was kind of like what Sony did at E3 with their like weird Last of Us thing, but better.
Kind of, yeah.
More zanier and fanciful for the Japanese market. And nobody complains they're not lame-o, like, oh, we had to stand the whole time.
At least not publicly. Because culture. So anyway, yeah, they showed a lot of games there, and Kingdom Hearts was one of the things. Woo! They showed a new sort of short version of a Kingdom Hearts trailer.
They showed a teaser of the trailer. Apparently there's a longer one coming out when it's like whenever the 18th is.
It's got Baymax in it.
It had Big Hero 6. It had Big Hero 6, you guys!
Man, it looked so good. Like, you see the Toy Story parts and you think, wow, it looks like Toy Story, like the movie. And then, they've done things like that before where, sort of in Kingdom Hearts 2, like the Pirates of the Caribbean part, for the time, it's like, wow, this is, a different style and looks kind of more like the movie than you would imagine from a Kingdom Hearts game, because they did like realistic shaders and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then, so you see this one is like, well, Toy Story looks good, but are they going to be able to do that with everything? And then you see the Big Hero 6 stuff, it's like, wow, that does look like the movie. That's pretty amazing.
I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. Oh my gosh.
So yes, it's going to be pretty cool.
6, you guys. Big Hero 6! Big Hero 6!
The only weird part was that it was in Japanese. And
it was in Japanese.
Those characters are all like, they speak English.
They were all speaking Japanese, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't understand what's going on. Where's Tropical when you need him? Not
There's
around.
a subtitled version out now.
I know, I saw it. Obviously.
But yeah, that was just like one of the Kingdom Hearts announcements. Apparently a free Kingdom Hearts VR experience is coming out this year. No idea what it is. It's something like, all they've said is like you relive some of the moments from the Kingdom Hearts series, and then
VR?
There's sort of a like unlock system, so you unlock more activities, I guess, as you play it. Looks pretty cool. And then yeah, there was that mobile game tie-in. Get a Keyblade now!
Yeah! I mean, I'm not excited. You're excited.
Surprisingly, there was a lot of VR stuff that they showed. They showed that they're making a Hot Shots Golf VR thing. What else? Well, there were more. I only remember the Kingdom Hearts one and the Hot Shots Golf one.
That's all that matters.
Yes. Yeah, there was like God Eater. Is it God Eater? God Eater.
All right, God Eater 3
got announced there.
It's supposed to be coming out next spring.
I think they showed like Ace Combat again in the VR section. Yeah, when is that coming out? Like,
it's January. It's around
is it January already?
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I think so.
Yeah, February is.
They
packed.
showed a Gamescom trailer and it had the date in it, but I forgot what it was. I think it's January.
Okay. They showed more of Sekiro, which is the
the
ninja one from Software and Activision. They
Died
showed.
twice.
I guess the big one was the creator of Yakuza came out, and they apparently are amazing at making games. Because they announced a new game. In English, it's just called Project Judge.
Oh yeah, the Judge Eyes one.
Yeah, Judge Eyes. And apparently it's coming out in Japan this year.
Oh, that's like.
And it's coming out in the West next year. Which is pretty amazing. Like, the Yakuza games, we're so behind. And we've just been, like, in super catch-up mode. Like, this year we got 3 of them, I think. So, and then, like, the Fist of the North Star game that they made. Like, they made a Fist of the North Star game. And apparently that's coming out soon. And then this game is coming out pretty soon as well, and we're getting it next year. It's like, that's pretty cool.
Because there's only 3 months left in the year, so I mean, it's like, it's going to be a pretty quick turnaround time from announcement.
Yeah. The demo for Judge Eyes is out now on the Japanese PlayStation Store. It apparently, like, you follow, the premise is I think you play as a lawyer, right? And then you're known for getting innocent people out of trouble, out of legal trouble, or like getting innocent
isn't that what you're
verdicts.
supposed to be known for?
As a defense lawyer.
Like, you do your job properly. It's like thank
Maybe like it starts in a scene in their office building, and like they're just getting all these calls for people asking for the one guy who I guess had a big case and got this guy innocent verdict, and then they get a phone call saying that he just killed that guy who was released just killed his girlfriend and set her apartment on fire. And then, so the lawyer loses, like, his law career because of this incident. And then it's like a murder investigation thriller type story. It looks really cool. It seems like Yakuza style.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying from the preview that it kind of had like that Yakuza feel to it.
Yeah. But it's like a different character and different story and stuff. It looks pretty good. But yeah, all that stuff is supposed to be, we'll see more of it at Tokyo Game Show, which is pretty soon. I think it's like a week from now, maybe?
I think it's, you can, wait, I think it's, because it starts on, wait, I'm pretty sure it's already, what is it, till the, I don't know. See,
I think the next like Kingdom Hearts information is going to be there, and I think they said the 18th, right?
The 18th is when they're releasing the full trailer, yeah.
Yeah, so should be around that time.
Let's find out. Tokyo Game Show is the 20th to the 23rd.
Oh.
So it starts next Thursday. So technically next Wednesday for us, because they're a day ahead.
Soon.
But I don't speak Japanese, so I won't understand anything that's going on.
They do it for the international audience now, so it should be fine.
Just kidding. There are a lot of announcements, actually. I was seeing, because when I was seeing all these things happen, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope all this stuff gets localized, which it probably will, because some people were already saying, they were like, oh yeah, it's going to be for worldwide release next year or something, so good. I'm excited. Please be excited.
I guess it's a private beta. The beta for the Battle Royale mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is currently going on.
Oh yeah, the blackout thing.
Yeah, I've heard people say that it's basically if PUBG was polished, it would be like
That is
this.
so
Like, wow,
backhanded
That's kind of
so
rude.
bad.
That is very rude. They're like, imagine if PUBG didn't suck.
PUBG was
It would
good.
be this game.
Be this game.
It's like, well, that's not nice. It's like I never said I was nice.
It's pretty remarkable because we had no information, and then there's the Game Informer cover story, which I haven't seen yet, and then people are actually playing it right now.
Oh yeah, because I've seen people on giving away codes on Twitter.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to call it because you have to pre-order it right now to play it.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a closed beta.
Yep. Um. I don't know. What else was there?
Cyberpunk demo. It looks amazing. It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
kill everything and be the best.
We got to see Cyberpunk.
And everybody else should just quit their jobs now and be like, sorry, dudes. Like, we've been topped. Cannot be topped. Will not be topped. And this is it, man. This is it, man. It's the one. It's the one. The one. The one. It is the one. The chosen one. To bring balance to the gaming industry.
So, what impressed you to this?
Woo, Tropical!
Degree.
That is a long list, dude. I almost did like a full video of like second by second flippin' reaction, flippin' impression. I want to do it. I want to do it. But like, okay. So basically, without gushing too much, all these systems in play as you play. So basically, it's like, you got your background story. It affects. It's like, the Spacer, Earthborn, whatever thing. But, it's Precision Factory Red, so it's even better. And then you've got, like, all the dialogue, which is, like, not just dialogue, but it's, like, FN, Quantic Dream, Telltale stuff, like, your choices and the decisions affect the outcome, so choose wisely. And at any given time, you could just shoot him in the face. But it's going to have results that will have consequences that you will not know until you do them, and it'll just reverberate throughout the game like rain droplets on glass, and it'll be a menagerie of choices that just trickle down and dovetail through each other and do things to your game as you play. And then you have your character build, and you can be a Netrunner person, or you could be a full cyborg person, or you could be a this person, that person, and you could work for this I almost said space, the corporations, or you could be with the whoever, and these are all these types of things, and these, and okay, that's just one thing, Tropical, just one thing. And then there's the loot, Tropical, there's loot in this game, and the loot is guns, and the guns have all these different customizations on them, and it looks amazing. It's like, each slot does the thing with the stuff and the thing, and you do the thing and the stuff and the thing, and it's like, yeah, guns.
That wasn't very descriptive at all.
All of the things.
And the more advanced the gun is, the more things it can do, and you can customize it. It's amazing. It's amazing. The best thing ever that you've ever seen in your life. And then there's the world and the detail of the cityscape, of the scenes, of the skyline as you drive by, because it's open world and you're in a car, because you're V. And then, Tropical. There's different times of day, and it looks amazing, and it's like, how detailed is this game? So detailed, oh my gosh. And then, after that, there was the whole, stuff and things. And, yeah, I can't remember, but it was amazing. Oh, and NPCs on the street are doing their thing. You can just walk up to and interact. But they could give you a quest, or if you're not, you can just walk by, and it'll be amazing. And it was just basically, up and down, like wall to wall, floor to ceiling detail on like the details looked amazing, and like the game looked amazing, and it looked like it played amazing, and there's like numbers coming off things when you shot them, like Borderlands style, but it was like better than Borderlands because it had like actual story that you cared about and characters you cared about, and then it's like cyberpunk, so it's in the future, and it's dystopian. It's like
I
Deus
cared about
Ex.
the characters in Borderlands.
It was like Deus Ex, but like even better, because like someone was like, hey, we did a game like yours, but like 1,000 times better. Sorry, and it's like, but it is, sorry. You look at that and you're like, oh my gosh, Deus Ex, like you really dropped the ball there. Sorry, sure. And then And then it's just like that the whole time through of like, this thing is, oh my gosh, this thing, oh my gosh, this thing, oh, and there's boobs in it. It's like, oh my gosh, it's an actual M-rated game. It's like, oh, we've got boobs. And we got butts on guys, and probably like they're man parts that you can't see, but we'll show them to you later. Yeah, wink, 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 wink. And you're like, oh my gosh, this really is like an M-rated game. Oh my gosh, it's like all grown up, and I feel, yes, just want to have all this crime scene, go investigate, like what happened. I don't know. It's probably some seedy stuff. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, man, all I can say is,
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm looking forward to it. And to Cyberpunk 2077, looking forward to it, because it made me not care about Red Dead. That's what that game did. That demo did. I was like, I don't even care about Red Dead anymore. I just want to play this. What is Red Dead? I already played it. I can't cancel. I'm stuck. And I'm going to be like let down after I play it. I'm like, this isn't Cyberpunk, because I'm stuck in the Wild West with horses, lame, and cowboys, lame, and six shooters, lame, and just all these other things. And it's just like, this isn't Cyberpunk. I want Cyberpunk, and I want it now. And I can't go back to Tropical, because I've seen it. I have seen the light, and I've changed forever. And I can't go back to Tropical.
Oh my goodness.
And that's what Cyberpunk has done to me. It's changed me forever, Tropical. There's no going back now. Never. Cyberpunk 2077. No. I mean, sure, there's no release date, but I've seen it, Tropical. I've seen it. So, all those previews of E3, I heard people evangelizing, and I've been able to drink the Kool-Aid, Tropical. I'm just, yeah. Oh my gosh, Tropical, just. How do you come back from that? How do you come back from that not a changed person, Tropical? I know I have. I've come back and I'm a changed person, and just, yeah, things will be different. Things are gonna be different, because everything else is like garbage now. So I don't care anymore. Just, yeah, but I have to wait years for this game drop to close. It's like, yeah, stuck here waiting. CD Projekt Red, nah. It'll change everything. Believe it. Mark my words. Mark Tan's words. It'll be the game changer of games. The chosen one to balance to the force, like I said. Nah. Did you watch it?
I did.
Did you watch RPG?
For what? Cyberpunk?
Yes.
Cyberpunk.
I did not. I wasn't
Well, you should.
interested in the game, so.
Like a 40, almost 50-minute demo.
Yep. It was sexy,
Pretty cool.
delicious, and oh my gosh, when can I wait? Be the best thing ever when it comes out. Man, I'm stuck here waiting. I could die by the time the game comes out. That's like how good that game is. It's like, it makes me not want to die, because that's what I say to motivate myself in the morning. It's like, don't die, Tekken. But that game makes me not want to die, because I must play it. Cyberpunk 2077. It's so good that I changed my like wallpaper on my computer for the first time in like 5 years, from like Mass Effect 3 to like that. It's Cyberpunk now. Cyberpunk now, yeah, believe. But yeah, I'm done. I'm done gushing all over Cyberpunk, because I could go on forever. It's so good, so good, delicious.
Cool. Yeah, everyone should go check it out. It's a pretty neat, pretty fantastic demo.
And then Tropical. One last thing. It's like Digital Foundry had like their like full demo thingy, and I was like, I need to do one of these after I saw it. And like, there's details I didn't even see. I didn't even notice the first time I watched it. And I watched that, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. I didn't even notice that last time. Oh my goodness. So yeah, after that I was like, oh my gosh, this game is going to change everything, and it's going to be the best ever. And it's the chosen one, and I cannot wait. And it's going to be great. Cyberpunk 2077. Man, it's so weird. Like, E3 this year, it's like, it's not coming out, so it's like, it's like nothing can top it. It's like, I just want a game that's going to top 20 Cyberpunk, but it won't top Cyberpunk, so can't top Cyberpunk, so I guess I'll just wait for these 21st party games. They're just like, in betweener meals, little appetizers I'm waiting for the full meal. Sorry, Last of Us 2, sorry, Tsushima, but you're not Cyberpunk, so you'll be good, you'll be fun. Just like Spider-Man in this now, but you're no Cyberpunk, so main course, man. Oh, and they're like talking about like the hours upon hours you'll spend playing that game, and it was just like, so good, so good, so good. Okay, I'm done.
Cool.
Are you sure?
Yep, I'm kind of sure, but I could, those things set me off RPG. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember. So, two other things that were announced that we forgot. Crystal Chronicles Final Fantasy is being remastered for PS4 and Switch, due out 2019. And then also they announced a new Samurai Showdown game called Samurai Spirits, coming out in 2019. Sort of 3D, but possibly a revival in the way that Street Fighter 4 was, but for this series, could be pretty cool. And then the last thing, so this was everywhere for a while. A guy contacted Insomniac on Twitter and asked them to put a wedding proposal into Spider-Man. And Insomniac was like, yeah, we'll do it. And so there's a movie marquee in the game that is this guy's wedding proposal. And everyone's like, oh, cool, that's awesome that Insomniac did that. And then, the story came back that the guy, his girlfriend broke up with him. So they had been together for like 5 years. And they broke up like a few weeks before the game came out. And then like people started calling it the saddest Easter egg ever in a game. And Insomniac has offered to patch it out. I'm not really sure. I've heard like it might be some sort of well, so most sites just had like this one side like, oh yeah, she left me for my brother. Wow. The other side was that I don't know who wrote the other side, but the other side, like someone reached out to the girl and she doesn't even like games. So,
yeah, so she would have saw it anyway or something.
Yeah, it's like a weird way to propose to someone who doesn't like games. And also, it was like they just weren't doing well relationship-wise. Yeah, and so she had said something like, oh, you have a month to like convince me otherwise. And this was one of the things that he did. And not being a game fan,
she was apparently not even like a Spider-Man fan either. So
yeah, so it's like that is the weirdest thing.
But that goes to show you that their relationship probably wasn't that strong because he didn't know any of her interests. So, although the whole story is kind of like odd, I don't know, because it's like, one, if they were going through these kind of issues in the first place, why did he think it would be a good idea to propose? And then it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're supposed to be proposing to somebody, it's supposed to be like a semi like surprise thing in the sense of the proposal itself. I mean, not maybe that you're getting proposed to, but it's like, from my understanding, he contacted Insomniac on Twitter, like publicly, not even like in like their DM or anything, because it's like, I'm assuming she would have saw that or something at least. I mean, in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'm assuming, like, unless she has like no social media or something, which I doubt, because she already mentioned that she was getting harassed after the fact. But it's like, I just think the whole thing was just odd, the way everything was done. I'm just like, this just doesn't sound...
Well, like, you don't see mentions if you aren't following the other, like, the recipient. So, like, that's since she doesn't like games, there's no way she was following Insomniac.
Well, that's what I was thinking at first, too, but I was like, I feel like even if she would see... like him, if she's following him or they're following each other, she would see like him tweeting to them or something. Because
if he wrote it as a like at Insomniac, then she wouldn't see it.
But she might have saw it. Well, the thing is though, because the way Twitter works though, it'll show you like, oh, while you were gone or something. Like, because like I'm just saying, like, if she was following him in some way, shape, or form, or even if her friends were or something, somebody would have noticed something. Like, I just think it's just like a weird way to do that if you're trying to like get a proposal. Everything about the story just seems kind of odd. And then the whole thing about her leaving him for her brother, but then she tried to defend herself by saying that, oh, it didn't happen until after they broke up. But then that means like you still were doing something in some way, shape, or form while you were together. Because I mean, either you were just hanging around after the fact, which is awkward because it's like, well, we broke up. I'm gonna just hang out with your family anyway, because
they were
reasons.
living together. Like, so apparently they got together when she was 15, and then they were living in, I think, the guy's parents' house with all of his family.
Yeah.
For these years. Yeah, so that's kind of strange as well.
It was just all weird.
Jerry.
It was just the whole thing was just all a weird kind of thing, and then it's just like at this point, and again, if they had already broken up, I feel like he should have said something. It's like
Although, like, that would have been too late, except for the day one patch.
I was about to say they could have patched it, but it's like
those aren't free.
Was there a day one patch though?
Yeah, there was.
Because I mean, they could have just added it to it, but it's like it's one of those things. It's like where it's like, well, at this point, and they already offered to patch it now, so I mean, they probably would have done it ahead of time had they, known. But I don't know. The whole thing is just weird.
I saw something about a puddle, but I didn't read the article, and then I saw someone on Twitter tweet like, "Oh, nobody's talking about that puddle now." So yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was like downgrade accusations. It's like, oh, you downgraded the game because like there was a giant puddle in the E3 demo, and then it's like much smaller puddles in the actual game, and so it must have been like you were lying to us about how this game could possibly perform. Like, it can't possibly look that good, and that's why you have to take away the puddles because reflections are resource intensive, and just like, really?
Oh, I just saw something else. There was that weird Xbox One service plan thing to like get it super cheap or something, but you pay for it monthly or something weird. And I was like,
Yeah.
that was weird.
I think it's called Xbox All Access Pass. So for a monthly fee, no money down, you get an Xbox One S or X, depending on what you want, and then Game Pass, and then Xbox Live Gold. And it was like, I think it was like, I want to say 20 something to 35 something dollars, depending on which system you chose. And it was just like a new way that Microsoft was introducing to get more people on Xbox One more affordably for them.
Because who wants to pay monthly in game? Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. My cup of tea.
I mean, I guess the thing is, like, we pay monthly for so much different stuff now that maybe they were like, what's one more thing? They're not gonna notice. It'll feel cheaper than laying down $500, $600.
No
limits.
Are we agreed? No limits to what we can do with this? Yeah, let's stretch it out. Why not? Because that's what we do. We're Microsoft, and we just keep on overreaching for that money until our hands fall off or something.
Yeah, like, this is not gaming related, but I had read recently that Windows 7, they're gonna stop updating Windows 7. So if you're still on Windows 7, they're gonna stop updating it. So that means you will be vulnerable to any security holes that remain because they're never gonna patch them out. But they are going to like charge people if they stay on Windows 7. So, for example, like business organizations do not upgrade their operating systems as often as regular people do, and so they will be selling a subscription service to businesses to keep their Windows 7 like secure, I guess.
Money, dear boy, money.
Pretty crazy.
They're like, guys. Xbox One not doing too good. Kinda need some plans and strats, what have you, to fill the coffers, because have you seen our, Quarterly earnings not there. Just saying. Does anybody got any plans? Anybody got any ideas? Steve, Bob, John. Anybody? And somebody was like, "Hey guys, I got a plan. I got an idea. Monthly fees. Make that money. Money, dear boy, money. No ching ching, no bling bling." And then yeah, they did their whole presentation. They're like, I think you got something here, Johnson. I think this is gonna work." And that's where we're at. Listen to the dudes in their no ching ching, no bling bling presentations. Good job, Microsoft. Good job. Keep the good work, but not. And they're like, "What do you think of this? I heard on aimlesspodcast.com. Don't ask. No ching ching, no bling bling." You know, it makes sense though, guys, right? Because we need the we need the bling bling, don't we? And they're like, "Do people even say that anymore?" It's like, "No, but it makes sense." So yeah. What's the world coming to these days? Oh my gosh.
Last thing is Destiny related. Should I? So apparently, in the Dreaming City, which is the end game area, some players found a way to glitch into the raid.
Oh, yeah, that happened too.
And not only were they able to get into the space, they were able to open chests and get raid equipment before the raid has been released.
Yeah, like I said, not a smooth launch.
So what happens there is, I guess they've shut it down, but if you got raid equipment, you get to keep it. So, yeah, Destiny. Ooh, like old times.
Destiny, just when I thought I was out. Yeah.
I thought that story was really funny. So I was like, really? Wow.
First week. No integrity. At least I can, like, work for my loot, unlike these other addicts out here just glitching into things. Jeez. Ruin it for the rest of us.
Alright, so that is the news I had.
Oakley dokley.
Exciting.
We are in the fall avalanche. Buckle up your seatbelts and enjoy the bobsled ride down to the bottom until we get to second Christmas in January when everything else comes out. Because it's all happening. It doesn't stop. This train don't stop once it started.
People don't ride avalanches.
They do when they live this life, and they're like, "What's coming out this month? No ching ching, no bling bling."
I don't. I don't think that's right.
And then I was like, "That's not a game. That's just I'm making money." So I guess we'll end the episode. Check us out. Aimless Babble Z. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Spaces on the internet of stuff and things and stuff. Thing. Anything to say before you sign off, RPG?
Kingdom Hearts.
Anything to say before you sign off, Tropical?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Well, guys, I gotta say, I really wanted to end with this Shepard suicide mission speech. I've been meaning to, like, play it to re-motivate myself to play Destiny, but I keep forgetting, so I can't. But remember, like Shepard said that one time, something, not one more. Unless it's Destiny, because I just can't stop, and I'm going back in. And I'm back. Take us back, baby. Destiny 2. Electric Boogaloo. Loot drops. And bleep bleep blarpily doos. Yeah, that rhymed. And I made it for all of you. Oh! Ow! Okay, so yeah. That's it. That's Babble Z. Episode 403. Oh, that rhymed too, unless it's not 403, because I messed up. Whatever. Until you see us again, name's Babble, and we're now signing off.